All right. Hello there, everyone. It's time for us to get back into Dungeons and or the Dragons. Clear. I was kind of curious of something. Let me see how this works. Okay, interesting. All right. So let's get this bad boy started, shall we? Shall. All right. So who would like to begin the capping?
I think we kind of just said it all, didn't we?
Uh,
I mean, there was a lot
I
more
do.
that happened.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, I guess.
So let's go
We were
back
all
to the
very
start of the fight,
heartbroken, though.
to the
Yeah,
end of the fight where we ended the session last week, where Kozik
there you go.
had to dip off. Um, because I believe that Rain found a couple quite out of it.
Because the last thing I remember was we were going to enter a room. It was like, oh, cool, we like defeated the traps or whatever. Then it's like, okay, we'll get in there next time. And then I don't know what happened after that.
Well,
Weren't there
you
for the fight.
ran in. You ran in, stepped on a tentacled
Oh,
beast, and
Uh-huh.
kicked off a horrifying battle.
we won.
Well, you thought
A
we
battle
did.
you were absent for again, which I think was by design. I'm starting to think that you're planning this.
I thought we defeated a creature.
So yes, we did. We
Like a
defeated
hole
the
opened
crew.
up.
No, so yes, there was a hole in the center of the room, a sort of anti-magic hole that was threatening to eat. I believe it was Zedrin. And the thing at the front of the room, that red box that you see on the map, that drew your attention, Kozik.
Oh yeah, you
Had
said it was
something.
safe. Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
ran in.
See, there were no obvious traps. There was a monster. That's not my fault.
No, I would never blame the Avara.
So the box at the front has something cooler inside of it that we spent an inordinate amount of time struggling with how to open a simple puzzle box. The answer to this maddening question was use the anti-magic thing to remove the magic seal.
No, that's smart.
Yeah. Thank you, Rain. Rain identified something about something.
Yep, that
In the
was the move.
in the meantime, we had found this door over here.
Hmm.
You and me, 2 sessions ago at this point, had found this door over here.
Right.
It opened up just fine, like after we attempted. The door inside, I believe, was locked. Zed had to unlock it because, God, didn't I just?
Oh,
No,
did
that was
you
later.
lose your tools?
In this door, at this door, we were able to get inside here just fine. Quick trap check revealed no traps. However, there were 3 strange objects within it that were pointed out. That Niavara had trouble identifying at first, and then realized that they were like the shards of the amethyst dragon. Like the little guy that Zed has missing at present.
Right. Wow.
Disturbing, not great. Handed those off to Zed.
One of those
There was
crystals was from something different. It was like there were 2 of them that were
differently colored.
2 of them were amethyst, and one of them was from something else, right?
an opal. It was white, if I
Like
remember
a white
correctly.
That's
one?
right. That's right.
Yeah.
And I think didn't Kuth's character find out that like that's a like something that happens when they age. So like an older one.
Yeah, I do believe that this was something we determined comes from a bigger, much bigger dragon, like a gym dragon, right? And that it was taken
Yes.
by force. And then the item that was inside that chest, we did the identify spell on it, and I don't remember the wording on it exactly, but it was like magical amalgamations absorbs. Is that something?
It was a it was like a
This is
little
a quote
staff.
that I got. The key to the mind opens a door to madness. Was that the thing written on the rod? Was that, or maybe it was on the chest?
That was on. So there was writing when we opened the chest, and I think that was on the underside of the lid, written, like inscribed, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And then the rod itself was like some crazy magical thing that could like cast anything or something like that.
So it can shield the user and anyone within 15 feet from magic anomalies. It is activated with a spell slot. The spell slot determines its power, and no attunement is necessary.
In other words, some sick loot, if you will.
Okay, Cube. Now
Um,
you have to you have to tell us what happened to Kozik. I don't know if any of us can do it justice.
there. So I don't think we've quite explained to them how we got from this room to where we are now. Which is to Zed's point. We were explaining to Kuth what irony was.
Sounds right.
Like, for example, if I was about to break my lock picking tools, and then I broke my lock picking tools.
Oh, it was so brilliant.
Did we also explain what assassination was? And it's when you're sassy to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you get a little bit of an
Yep.
attitude and you wave your finger a little bit, that's assassinating someone.
We totally don't want to tell Rain what assassination really means.
So once we got into this hallway, we heard something on the other side skittering about. Some beasties, if you will, of some unknown variety.
Mm.
And because we're here for some smokes, after all, my thought was, oh, cool, great, awesome, here they are. Nope, no such luck.
Uh-huh.
Some rats. Because of course, Kozik had to sit in the timeout corner, no-go time for bad and naughty warlocks.
No Eldritch blasts for 1 hour.
Ah,
No. No cantrips.
Alrighty. Is there anything else?
well done, Niavara.
Would love to know actually what is going to be fluffed is what Kozik has been doing this whole time.
I'm waiting for the DM to explain it. It was too complicated and horrifying for any of us to know all the details. If he will tell us.
I mean, there's
know.
only one
How are we
person
going
that
to
could
handle
potentially.
our adventure with just but not butt ahead. We're gonna have to use the fucking rats, aren't
Maybe
we?
we can still
I
use Kozik's hands to cast Eldritch Blast without the
almost
rest of
muted
his
T.
body.
Well,
Become right, like
there's only really
Osiris.
one person that would know what's going on with Kozik because he's still in the room with him.
Oh,
It felt
Oh.
weird to leave him behind.
Ah.
Did you guys ever see that movie, Eight Heads in a Duffel Bag? Similar to that.
No, but if the title is descriptive enough, then I guess I get the point.
Pretty sure it's a comedy with what's
Joe
his name?
Pesci.
Yeah, Joe Pesci.
Sounds great. I'm
Eight
writing
heads
that
and
down.
So feel free to give the inspiration to whoever. And as far as Kozik goes, Kozik, you've just been having a hard time keeping up with everybody. You just kind of realize when you take one step, they've already taken like 7. You know, it's like you've been lagging. It's just like everything seems like it's moving normal to you, but for whatever reason, you know, they're moving much quicker than you move, and as such, you just kind of been lagging behind.
It's like a strange dream.
Like wading through water. But, you know, you've made it into this room. Probably tried to start looking around, but, you know, in the time it took for you to blink, everybody just you saw them like at the edge of the other side of the room. Kind of ping. My mouse doesn't want to ping, whatever. Stupid mouse. There we go. So, like, you saw everybody just sort of go through that door. Like, and it all happened in the course that it took for you to just, like, blink. And, you know, when you finally sort of snap out of it, you see Rain. I don't know. What's Rain doing in here?
I had sat down to eat some jerky, get those rations going. I'm at the dinner table and everything, right?
Well, you know, the lab table, but, you know, eat dinner on the lab
Same
table,
difference,
still a dinner table, right?
right?
So, switch my scene. So yeah, so we're sort of not. We'll pick up kind of what's going on with that because you guys are technically in a combat, but for the purpose of
Oh,
a little bit of rolling back.
I thought I was actually petrified and dismembered. That's not what happened.
I mean, if you want to be.
No, it's been messing with you, Kozik.
I believed it. I'm like, oh, I've become a saint finally. And then
He
it's like,
bought it,
no.
everybody. He bought it. Okay, the final
Oh man,
piece to our session, to our
I
recap
got
is
punked.
I wrote down FWK, and everybody agreed FWK, fuck with Kozik when you return.
I think I just got gatekeeped or gaslit. I'm not sure.
Oh, good one.
Okay, cool.
Welcome back, Kozik.
Oh, I'm in a weird room. Oh, I wonder what everyone else is doing. Okay.
Yeah. So as you come to your senses in a sense, um, this room. There's a lot of like laboratory equipment. There's like old rusty desks that seem like they probably shouldn't even be standing, but somehow they are. There's like lab equipment on top of some of these things where there's like bubbling vials and Bunsen burners and just sort of like constantly boiling liquids and tubes and like little glass jars and pipes and whatnot. You see a few things that kind of look like they've been rifled through recently. But, you know, you probably ascertain that's from your party perusing. And of course, you also see Rain sitting
Right.
on one of these desks eating jerky.
Oh, I could definitely go for some jerky. Oh, Rain, do you have any to share? I'm feeling a little under the weather.
And I've just got like regular sized people's jerky, right? But with this small Barbie doll sized head, and it's all crammed like into a cheek, like how you see like a chipmunk, and it's just kind of blown out. And I'm just like slowly kind of chomping, right? I got a little bit more if you want some.
Oh, gladly, gladly. I'd much appreciate it.
Uh,
Reach, chomp.
yeah, I'm gonna toss him a little ration. Rations cost so much.
Johnny Cake is in there. Dry goods.
Oh, I gotta belch. Belch. But yeah, you saw everybody just kind of go through that door and through that hallway. Just range, check on your vision.
I'll take that inspiration if nobody's biting.
I think I already have inspiration. Oh no, I used it immediately, didn't I?
Yep, did. Does everybody have it now again, except for Rain? Might
Yeah, I
all
guess
have it
I think
again.
I have it.
I used it for something important. I just don't remember what it was.
I think it was identifying the box
Yeah.
that we were
Zed
all
doesn't-
struggling with.
Yeah, Zed doesn't have one either.
Ah,
I mean, you can give it to me.
you want to flip for it, Zed? We can do a D2. I don't know how to do a D2.
I think you just roll
Oh,
a
There you go.
there you go.
There
You just do slash broke
Okay.
face 1 d2.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Which number do you want, Zed?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll be 2.
And Zed can be evens.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
How do you do that? Do you just put 1D2? How does that work?
Slash
Slash
R.
roll space.
Slat 1D2 slash.
No, so slash R, and then a space 1d2.
Slash R.
Oh, that's intuitive.
1D2. And then roll?
Nope, just hit enter.
Slash R 1D. Oh, there's a space after the R. And I don't remember which number I picked. What
Pick
did
the
I
two.
pick? Did I?
You said 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Okay, I got it. So slash R space, and then you can do 1D3 and 1D2. That's cool. Okay.
I didn't know that protocol either. That's a big old die
What the
that you
heck?
rolled
What
there.
just happened?
A sacred number just appeared in our.
Mm-hmm.
It's the brother of pi.
I rolled a 1d 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Yeah, a 1D 123 million.
There's a
The Dark Lady sent a message to us. That's what that means.
also
Hex.
Kozik.
The phone
Can
number.
you roll me a quick initiative, just so we kind of have order of operations going?
219
I really want Kozik to
518.
beat my initiative.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that'd
I
be
just think it would be
great.
funny if you ended up going first.
You show up after all
see.
that.
Yeah, right. 23.
All right. So those of you, a couple of you back in the room, you definitely hear the sounds of like scratching and like squeals that like now that these doors are open, you could, let's see. Yeah, I'd say you can probably faintly hear some kind of a commotion. But y'alls are enjoying jerky. And technically, the official commotion hasn't started until Zed. To which you are first in the initiative. I think it was it was Cha who opened the door.
Yep.
And just immediately on the other side, because he heard this, like something scratching and like the clattering of claws. And I believe Marge had identified that there's like some kind of swarms in here. Just kind of an almost an innate knowledge or experience. And then the door opened, and just these swarms of rats just started spilling out. Some of them looked like they were actually still eating some of the others, like just gnawing the flesh off the bones of some of them. And some of them that were just bone seem very animated. And as soon as you open the door, they just start charging out. But technically, they aren't first in the initiative. So I'd probably say they're still like kind of crawling over each other, and as you open the door, every single one of these little rats' heads turned in your direction at the same time.
Oh, I really hate that. I'm looking at something really quickly.
Scratch, ow, ow, itchy.
Based on how we're standing and stuff like that, it seems like they're kind of spilling out of this doorway. Are they in line of sight of me? Would we? I know that we're kind of in a bit of a small hallway, as it were.
So based on your token, if you can see them, they're in line of sight. Now, if you're trying to do a ranged attack against them, then they will have cover because you're effectively trying to shoot a very small portion of them.
If I'm not mistaken,
I'll even draw this for them.
Yeah, with Spell Sniper, your range attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
So you can see the token?
I can see the edge of the token right and the doorway, yeah.
Then, yeah, you'd be able to ignore any cover they have.
Perfect. All right, I'm going to try this. Hopefully it works. Let me actually read this again. Okay. Sorry. This is why I hate being first in initiative. On an attack roll. Okay, so it would have to be an attack. All right, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to cast this. Oh, wow. With advantage.
Oh.
Yep.
I got a 2 and a 3. Oh my god.
You unleash your firebolt. Feel free to describe how you miss.
Time for Zed to have a heart-to-heart with ranged attacks.
Jesus, dude. It's always these
Oh no.
these
Actually, do I
scenarios where I'm
wanna-
like putting so much thought into my turn,
Mhm.
and then my attack rolls are just nothing. I guess basically Zed's kind of,
switch.
there's bodies between him and this doorway. He's really trying to avoid hitting Marge and Cha, and Niavara's, not standing in the doorway but close enough, and so he's trying to be really careful. It's really hard to be really careful when you're just like throwing a bolt of fire. And so in trying to miss Marge, Cha, and Niavara, he ends up literally missing everything, and he just kind of hits the side of this stone wall right next to the doorway. Oh, sorry, don't touch that part. That's probably a bit hot.
Can I move up to there?
And I have no movement because I did steady aim, so I literally can't do anything else. That's my turn.
All right. Well, Rain, you heard the sound of
Big rats.
you heard the sound of, maybe some kind of a spell going off and like hitting a wall.
Mhm.
Just kind of like a thump. It sounds very, very unimpressive.
Rub it in. Jeez.
Well, if it was a nat 1, I'd say it sounded embarrassing.
I was close. I got the next two closest numbers of a 2 and a 3. So
Hey, how's it going, Toad? Hello, hello. I see you enjoy my little Durgan emote. Durgan.
Yeah, I don't really do. Let me see. 30, 25, 30. The only thing I can do right now is kind of continue forward, use my action to dash, and then I saw him for a split second, but I don't want to share a space. So I'm just gonna kind of zip behind Zed and just like I drop my jerky on the table and everything. And I look at like this was just after I did like an underhand toss to Kozik, right? And I hear the like whoosh of like a fireball. And without skipping a beat, I'm just gonna Ferngully zoom and just like illuminate, like have like a little blue light where my legs are and stuff. I got that little biolumination going, right? And then I'm just gonna zoom in there, not do anything like aggressive, and just kind of fly float behind Zed and just be like, what's going on? What are we doing? That's
there's a
all.
whole bunch of rats in there.
It doesn't sound like that big of an issue.
They're like eating each other and turning into bony creatures and then still being animated, if that helps.
And you think describing them as rats is the way to go? I would have said like
I
monsters.
probably should have started with the
or
first. Yeah, I should have said that backwards.
You're like, there's rats on the kitchen. Well, that happens, but
It's like step over
undead rats
them.
that eat each other. Okay, that's different. I don't.
You have my attention, yes.
All right. Well, I'm here if they need me. I think Niavara's got this. You let her in there, and then she'll give them the old 1-2, right?
She loves rats, yes.
She looks like the kind to keep them, don't she? That and spiders. All right, my turn there.
Happy Chaw.
All right, speaking of Cha,
So Cha at first was very interested in these horrifying, writhing undead rats, but then just was gaping with his mouth open at the the very calm conversation that Rain and Zed just had with each other during this assault. And then he kind of looks at Niavara and he's like, looks at the rats and he's like, okay, so I want to roll an insight check here because we've had experience with sentient rats. Does it seem like they're ready for some communication?
inside away.
Okay, here we go. He's had too many experiences just attacking because things look horrifying to not give him the benefit of the doubt.
Gonna get eaten by some rats, man.
Okay, it's a 9.
With a 9, you are not sure.
Are they like coming at us?
Oh, they
When we open
coming.
the door, did they?
Oh, they
They're coming
coming
at us.
aggressively.
They look aggressive. Okay, he's gonna
I
err
mean,
on
no,
the
they're
side of
just walking
caution.
up to you because they want to be fed.
There, that's what I was kind of looking for. Like, are they just
Fed.
walking up? We met a necromancer who was animating creatures that were totally horrifying, but were totally cool, and now we have a best friend because of it in Mittens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They
giving
they
him a
were
shot.
they were described as eating each other.
Okay, there we go. Key information. So Cha is just gonna Grace Jones style take his staff and just start smashing rats as best he can. I don't know if anybody's seen Conan the Destroyer, but that was a beautiful moment.
Ah,
Grace
yes.
Jones, who has a battle staff, was terrified by rats. Okay, here we go. Boom. 2 strikes on the swarm, just trying to smash as many as he can. 18 and a 10.
Funny enough, you definitely managed to clobber a few. Both would hit.
Okay.
And this is a
Oh, both
bludgeoning
hit.
weapon, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to okay, we'll do damage on that. 10 on the first strike, 5 on the second. Does it seem like they're going down pretty easily after these strikes, or
I
does it
mean,
seem like they just keep coming?
you smack them a good bit, and you manage to take out a few, but there's just so many of them, it's hard to tell.
Okay, Cha's gonna do. He's gonna spend a key point. A wave of radiant purple energy engulfs his staff and his body, and he will do flurry of blows. Okay, here we go. So then, after smacking them with the staff, he's just gonna start stomping as hard as he can on other ones, trying to avoid them climbing up his clothes and doing terrible things to him.
I absolutely love how you're blowing through your resources on just
Oh yeah.
this tiny little swarm of
Oh, just
rats.
rats. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they're
Can't
just
stand the rats.
tiny
He knows
little.
how Niavara feels about rats too. He doesn't want any to have to really. He doesn't want her to have to deal with them as much.
Yeah.
Ominous warnings.
Strike 1.
You managed
Say that
to
again.
land everything.
Okay, Cha's just going to town on as many rats as he can here. 10 more damage. And 8 more damage.
Nice.
Bludgeoning resistance.
Feet are moving like lightning as they're smushing these creatures into paste. And that is his turn. He's going to stay there and just yeah,
All right.
deal with the onslaught.
You have definitely managed to vanquish many of them, but some still remain completely unperturbed at their numbers thinning, still coming after you hungrily.
Cha has a very high-pitched squeal as they come rushing in.
And that they absolutely do come rushing in. The rats, the skeletal rats behind the ones that you've sort of, mostly dispatched the swarm thereof, comes a crawling and scraping and squealing on out. And they just climb all over you.
Ah! Get them off! Get them off!
So let's see here. One target in the swarm space. Yep. We don't have multi. One target in the swarm space. Piercing dare. Okay. I'm guessing a
Let's
10
see. 10
does not.
definitely misses. Chaw's batting them off as best he can.
Any opening? All right. So these things just kind of crawl all over you and try to start biting and clawing at you, but you're probably so used to having mittens crawling all over you, you kind of know how to avoid the scratches and the bites.
That's what I was thinking. He would also be like, Mittens! Your evil cousins! Tell them to fuck off!
Mittens has no idea because Mittens doesn't know common. All right. So that's all they can do. My Steam Kozik. You hear a whole lot of commotion, bunch of yelling. Can he see that far? Nope.
Like, Rain, you're jerky. What's going on? Oh, ah! Everyone's down the hall. Yeah, let's move up.
Looking at what he sees.
Yeah. I can't move very far.
Oh, it's only moved 25 now?
2, 3, 4. Okay. Oh, I think I'm lagging a little bit here. There we go.
Player. Did they get rid
And
of the movement speed for dwarves?
I can see Marge right there at least. And I hear the skittering of vermin and people shouting and kicking things and stuff, hitting them. I go, oh, what's going on? Are you guys fighting some giant creature?
Yeah, look at this. And then Marge grabs one of the like skeletal rats off of Cha and kind of like shakes it in front of Kozik. There's a whole lot more of these around the corner. And then kind of like kicks it back onto Cha.
Oh, well, a few rats. I guess that shouldn't be difficult to deal with. Oh, that sounds distressing.
You should see the stress from my angle. It's a lot worse.
And as I've walked up the hallway, I've pulled out my my short hammer, or whatever it's called, my throwing hammer, and I guess that's my turn.
All right. I mean, if you want, you can double move.
I think I already did. We're close enough to
25.
it. I can only move 25.
That's 25 there. You
Plus
still have some
another
extra.
10.
15.
Yeah, I can't. I'll enter the fray in the next turn, I guess.
All right. Niavara. I see your mouse moving, so she's here. If you're saying anything, we can't hear it. I see your cursor moving.
I see. Oopsie doodles. So, given the fact that they're crawling all over Chaw and biting, attacking, this is the exact moment to say that Radiance probably best applies. They're undead. They're monsters. It works. With her holy symbol of the Traveler, she calls upon and she drops down the word of radiance.
Let's see here. I'm gonna take a cue out of Coot's book and I'm gonna read this spell for everybody to hear. Because I like it. You utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on the Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. So I get to roll 2. Saving throw.
Shaw wouldn't know either way. Do you want him to actually roll a Constitution saving throw, or are you choosing not to burn him?
I will roll 1. How do I? Oh, I need to. Oops. That's still going to be not enough. And the DC is what? 14? Constitution. Saving throw. That one? It was a 2. Okay. Alright, so feel free to roll your damage as both of them take whatever full brunt that you have. Let's see. And you are indeed 5th level, so that would be 2d6.
Radiant damage.
And that is... Oh, you rolled already? Okay. 6 damage. That puts them at there. That puts them in... Nice. Ooh, so very close. So what does your Word of Radiance look like? I believe this is the first time you've actually cast this. As you are burning many of these rats. The skeletal rats clearly didn't like it. The swarm of rats, there's maybe like 1 or 2 left at this point from that. Hey, how's it going, Mushroom? Hello, hello. Just doing some D&D. I feel like you're trying to say something, but it's not coming through.
Ah, very true. So she's got her, she grasps at her holy symbol, which is the symbol of the traveler, pinned upon her chest. A faint outline of a skull with rune sticks behind it. As
Going
she
well. Awesome.
utters
Awesome.
a word in Undercommon, the word for change. Which is, at least as I'm seeing it, it's also the word for sunlight. What's the change from the Underdark? Light.
Mhm.
So, with that, right, she sort of focuses her intent on the rats and basically prays for them to burn the fuck up.
To which many of them do. Even amongst Chaw's, cries of terror.
It's okay, Chaw. You can swear. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I'll stop freaking out. I guess it was just the initial experience of seeing them just rushing through the door. I was kind of like, wow. But I think you're right. I think it's okay.
Or you're gonna die horribly. Nivar, you want to move anywhere?
Nivara's not moving anywhere, no. She's going to stand guard against the rats.
All
will.
rats. Well, they've already kind of picked their
Aha.
target, so I gotta do. They're gonna keep swarming all over Cha, still trying to bite him and, give him the nibbles. Hey, you finally get some nibbles. Unless your AC is...
Uh-oh.
What's your AC? That was pretty up there.
It's pretty up there.
It is exactly 18. Meet or beat.
Ah.
So they managed to get around your dexterous state. They, that very interesting armor that you have on. That's not technically armor. Almost a second skin,
Right.
as it were. They even,
Right.
they kind of burrow beneath and under and around it, just looking for anything that can bite and scratch and claw it. And you take
I'm freaking out again.
9 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
The wolf crazy game talking about. Do not go. Such is
Fun.
nature. But that is all they can do. Lucky for you, I says. And then Marge to fix his token.
Marge is gonna do her classic shillelagh, so she's gonna empower her weapon there. Get off my screen. Hold on. Okay. And then I think I managed to create the correct thing, so let's see if this does it.
So, what's it look like when you cast Shillelagh? Because I believe this is the first time you've actually had to cast it. But what's it look like
No,
to?
this is the second time.
Okay.
She's
Was
casted
it?
it before. She used it in the first combat against the tentacle
Oh
monster thing.
yeah.
But she empowers her club that she has,
Forgot about that.
and she's gonna try to wall up the swarm of rats around the corner.
Wallop.
Seeing as much of them are mush on the ground.
All right, and you're aiming for the skeletal ones? No, you're aiming for the other ones.
Yeah.
Oh well. Roll me some damage. I'm very sure you'll be able to finish off these last couple.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
had 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay. And then she's going to.
Now they have -10.
She's gonna use her extra attack feature and make a second attack on the skeletal rats that are attacking Cha.
This is considered magical.
23.
Oh yeah, that definitely lands pretty squarely.
Okay. All right. So 7 points of damage, and then she's going to.
Oh, magical bypasses. Okay. 7.
She's going to use her what's it called? Swarm Keeper's ability. Gathered Swarm. And I'm gonna get the boys. Boys, get them! And then the little gators with Boulder Derby hats and brass knuckles pop out, and they also jump on Cha in order to attack the skeletal rats.
Cha
Roll the
has
1d6.
officially
There you go.
become a battlefield.
And they take 6 points.
Carnage.
Now that says piercing damage, so that may be reduced if my meta is correct. I'm not sure.
Let's see. Take the opportunity to describe. Oh, that's that part. Attack has piercing damage. Attack must succeed. Yes, it's just piercing. Okay. So 6 damage.
Yeah, piercing from the boys.
All right. So everybody else can see, these little gators jumping on top of Cha after these rats have started climbing on them, and they just started like swinging their little baseball bats and like punching with their brass knuckles. Like some on Cha's shoulder, they're just like punching some of these things off and like Sparta kicking others, and some are on the ground like, I don't know, trying to do like chokeholds and like suplexes. Just a couple of them go off the top rope. I don't know. However you imagine a swarm of small brawling gators.
I'm freaking out again.
Do you want to stay where you are or move away?
Yeah, she's gonna stay where she is. Otherwise, she's gonna invoke an attack of opportunity.
Okie dokie. Zed. You see quite the display, something you probably never would have ever thought you would ever have seen in your entire life. There's a bunch of tiny little gators and bowler hats and brass knuckles and baseball bats doing all sorts of like sick moves on these undead, terrifying skeletons.
Well,
So these are dead, so I'm just gonna mark them as dead.
okay, so they're dead. So it's just ones that are still on Chaw, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I know what that is. They're gonna have a fun time with the next room, though.
So just a question here, I guess, based on attacks and things. If they're all over Chaw, like if I casted a spell at them, would it also hit Chaw?
Don't roll in that one.
Don't hit my
Alright.
boys, okay?
Yeah, I can be one of those DMs and be like, all right, there's a 50-50 chance or a 1 in 3 chance that you're gonna hit Chaw, the boys, or the rats. But you know, and that one is also, I think in
I
that
don't
one
think
is
you
more
can
justified.
technically hit the boys, but that's up to you.
In a 50-50. They have hit points.
Alright, I'm gonna try
long as
again
it's-
then.
Oh yeah,
Do the same
intangible
thing.
nature spirits. Yep, okay.
What are the chances that it doesn't work again?
Do it! I'm resistant to fire! Shoot!
Shooter!
That's better.
Alright, you definitely land. Yep. So your firebolt, you know, there's like some of them that try to like claw at Chaw's head or like get in his like nose, and your firebolt just like, you know, effectively like skewers a few of them, but since it's not like physical, it's fire, so you just like burn holes in like 3 or 4 of them. 12 damage, and that's fire. Oh, perfect. I would say you definitely managed to dispatch them. That puts them at negative. Then I need a hotkey for some of these screens. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Ah, that was harrowing.
Hey, Rain, feel free to give me a perception check as you are the closest one to that door.
Okay. I'll be honest, I was ready. My turn was good to go. And I was like, Zed is not gonna be able to elbow his way through here. He's gonna use Firebolt. I happen to have the same Firebolt. I'm gonna do that Goku, Gohan, father, son, Kamehameha with him, and we're gonna double Firebolt these people. But anyway.
I've still been waiting to do that OOC.
Good plan.
Hey, what up, Lucas?
Because it lined up with our like, you know, we're both like one after the other, and I was like, this is it. This is we're gonna double it up.
Mm-hmm.
But you just had to hit him too hard. Perception. A 20. Woo!
Oh,
So
perfect.
if you guys do that, does like Zed put out his like index fingers and then Rain like touches his fist to his index fingers? Is that kind of
No, I'm gonna stand on his wrist as he's ejecting the fireball, and then my fireball's gonna go right on top of his and like merge into his flames and just make a big jump.
Oh, I was thinking like the Dragon Dance thing from the DBZ where they combine, you know, where they
Oh, the fusion dance?
yeah, the fusion dance is kind of what I was thinking.
Ooh.
Where you do the fusion dance.
How ridiculous would that be?
And so Zed pointed.
You would lose 3 feet of height.
You know how like you know that you take your fists and like you you put your fists
Oh,
together
yeah.
or whatever, but instead Zed takes his index fingers and does that.
Yeah.
and then Rain takes his fists because they're so tiny, so it's index finger to fist. I just thought that would be funny.
We gotta learn how to do that.
It would just be, yeah, it would be a 3-foot tall version of the mix between both of us, but ironically or oddly enough, like Zed's hair doesn't shrink at all, so it's just like this like 3-foot beard as well.
So we're gonna have some
Anyway.
fun with this. So I will
Uh-oh.
have somebody tell me high or low.
Who's a
And you know what?
gambler?
I think
Let's
Rain should
low.
do this because he's
High.
okay. All right. Yeah, that works. That's fine. That's fine. Low works. Right?
Unless Mr. Rain has a gambling attitude. Let's hear it, Rain. You've
Not
heard
really.
Chaw said high, Niavara said low.
Hey, how's it going,
All right, we're
Fallen?
gonna go low.
Low? All right. So, Rain, I'm going to need you to roll me a d20. And if you roll low, nothing bad happens.
5.
Nothing bad happens.
Ah.
And I will follow this up with you definitely hear the sounds. I wish my mouse would let me ping.
Can I say from my perspective, I think your dynamic lighting is letting me see things I shouldn't be seeing, maybe?
See, that's what's weird about it, because when I click on people, it's not showing me what
Can you
guys see.
control L to do it or no?
If you just
Let me
like
see
click
here.
and drag and make like a square, I can see into there as well. If you're talking about this area over here.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. And it's got like bars like there's supposed to be something blocking it. Because
Yeah,
I
like
imagine this is a light source up here.
it almost looks like this needs to be like there needs to be like a wall here that's not quite been made yet.
Almost as
What?
if there's
There's
a hidden wall there or something, DM. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy.
Hmm.
Believe it.
Almost like there
Anyway,
is.
while I'm backed away in this corner doing these random perception checks, what happens?
That's weird, because there is definitely a wall there.
Looks like it stems from this crack right here where
Can't
the
see
two walls
anything.
connect.
So there's this one, and then there's this very big space right here.
Oh, that's
And there's
really
like a
weird.
shadow coming out of here, and there's like a shadow coming out of here. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like there's nothing here stopping it, and there's also nothing in between Zed and this crack.
Wow, that is really weird, because
I'll
there's
show you my
definitely walls
perspective.
there.
I'll screenshot.
The fuck is going on with my foundry?
And it happens. Like I've seen it. I don't know why Foundry likes to fuck up.
Because they're all lined up. It's weird. Let's see, what's he looking at? Oh, I see. Okay. Let's test something. I can figure it out later. Well, that ruins that entire room.
Does it?
Does the stupid lighting.
We can like
I just
don't-
assume that it's part of the room that goes with this door. You can't see any
Yeah.
tokens in it. It's just ground.
and
No,
like
it's-
even if we have information about it, like it's totally fine. Like so suspension player understanding is an entire thing. If you draw can you draw an additional wall at the moment, like here to here?
Well, that's the thing. There is a wall there. Like that's one of them I didn't even mess with. Yeah, let me try something here.
I don't know anything about foundation. Like Roll20, I would just click like dynamic lighting and I would go click, click, and it would draw a line and block all of it.
Yeah,
We
like
did that Sunday, remember? Because you guys could see too far.
yeah, so I have a wall there. But maybe it's
Can't see
something
any of the
that
stuff you guys are talking about. So That's my perspective.
Clone Wall.
Is it dark vision based? Maybe.
Terrain.
No, I don't
Maybe I
have
just
dark
need
vision, and
to-
I'm seeing the same thing you guys are.
Oh, well, then never mind.
That's just weird. Ah, well, whatever.
Sure.
Oh,
We don't know what's
Move
inside
forward.
of it. Like, we knew that there's something over here, like a door.
yeah.
I
So
mean, I
So-
also saw it from down here while I was eating on the bench, but it's okay.
I
know what's
might have
inside
an
of
idea
here,
what that
basically.
is, but
Something just really wants us to investigate this room. Like I'm zooming out and I'm looking, I don't see it like in anywhere else. Well, like some little things like here and here. It's definitely these corners. I can see
There we go.
darkness. Ooh,
How about
fog
now?
of war.
Ah!
Now I can see a beam of light here, a beam of light here, and one directly in front of Zed, but that's it.
oh, that is weird. Like when I click on you, yeah, let me. So when I click on your tokens, it shows me what you guys see, and when I click on Rain,
You see it?
I only see the hallway you're in.
Although there is exactly one spot of light coming
Yeah,
from
that's
right
yeah,
here.
I could see that too. Like just randomly,
Check my lighting.
which none of our tokens should even have vision on that spot, so it's weird that it exists.
Also right here.
Yeah.
Which is also weird because I have no lighting over there. Let's try this.
Feywild is truly mysterious, you know? Seeing through walls. Is it real? From whose perspective am I
It's
seeing
just
this?
things being wonky, whatever. Anyway. So yeah. Right there is where you hear somewhat familiar scratching, chittering, squeaking, very active, very animated. Almost like the commotion in this room has invigorated something or something. And Niavara, you definitely hear the same. Let's see. Yeah, you're super close. You definitely hear the same thing from the door next to you. But a whole hell of a lot more.
Oh, so this side is the scary side, huh? So, okay, Niavar is actually going to do this. She's gonna...
Oh wait, you got a fucking 20 on your perception. Yeah, no. There's a secret. There's some kind of a breeze coming under the wall that you could see through. So you know what? It works out perfectly.
You know what? I didn't even notice that until I got the 20. Crazy how that works.
Crazy. And I'm gonna keep things in initiative order for reasons.
Oh, should I move back to where I was then?
Yes. So the last one that went, that was Zed. Did you want to move anywhere, Zed? As far as you can tell, you know, you're probably still in the heat of battle. You know, it hasn't even been 6 seconds yet since you finished off that swarm.
I think
What do you want to do?
technically, I can't move
Ah, yes, because
unless
you did
combat
that.
ending
The steady
just
aim.
because it's steady aim. Yeah.
All right, Rain. You heard all that commotion.
Yeah, I am more interested in the like my eyes are like lighting up right now, and I'm gonna flutter over here to this wall, and I'm inspecting for like any kind of crack or because you said 120, I didn't notice, right? But do I see a mechanism? Can I push on it and see if it opens? And then if it doesn't, maybe can I pull like is there like a torch or something I could like pull like a lever would or something?
So there is a torch behind you, a wall sconce, as it were.
Uh-huh.
And it is currently lit, which is how people without dark vision can see in here. And it's basically right where your mouse is.
Uh-huh. Can I pull on it?
You most certainly could. Do
Does it
you
do
want to pull
anything?
on it?
Yeah, of course I do.
You hear the grinding of gears,
Yeah.
and the door slides open.
I'm gonna like levitate backwards and looking
Sweet.
at Zed. I don't even want to look in the room because my camera's zoomed all the way in, so I haven't seen inside yet. And I want to float backwards into this room, doing like finger guns at Zed. Just look what I found over here, and just disappear into it back first.
So this is room 10.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
what's this?
All right.
Oh,
Give me a second.
this is like a torture chamber.
Room 10. Where's room 10 in my notes? Where is it?
Is that a hand?
Can I roll to see if I recognize this place from a dream
10,
or a vision
8, 9.
potentially?
Ooh.
I mean, it's when you. I mean, it's not your turn technically.
We're still in
yeah,
turn
sorry.
order.
Sorry.
Move your icon back over. You don't get to peek inside. I'm just teasing. I'm sorry.
Okay, so room. Did I
Get a DM
not say? Oh,
description,
please tell me.
or you plotting something.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I have notes and I was just like, where did I put it? There it is.
Yeah.
So
This
The
doesn't tie to the door. Sorry, go ahead.
So, in here, there is a room that seems like there's several tools and bits of equipment that have long since fallen into disrepair. Yeah, and also in here, especially these like metal bowl things, like the one you just kind of floated over coming in. It looks like it was probably some kind of a device, but at this point you see scorch marks lining the walls, the floor, the roof. You see bits of stone that have been chunked out, maybe from an explosion of some kind. There's like this device in the middle of the room, but it's it's also undergone the same effects of whatever explosions happen. And you just kind of just looking around, you are very aware that whatever explosions happened, there was more than one, but they were equally destructive.
Like somebody just set off like a series of explosions,
Correct.
or maybe there were just multiple flammable objects in here that all just kind of blew up.
Well, based on what you see on the preliminary search, these are the only things in here. Like, you don't see any other like piles of ash, like maybe where a table was that would have just been burned to
What's
ashes.
this thing then?
That that is what appears to be, well, you can't see on the other side of it. It's like a stone wall. I mean, maybe if you go around it.
Hold on, I gotta backtrack so I can count. I was on this square, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Is that a round? Is that what you mean?
Yes. So on here is like a slightly different composition of stone. Like you're in this room of like gray stone and like sort of cobbled. This is like clean cut. It's not the perfect. It's almost cut like little bricks.
Any scorch marks?
There are none. This is pristine.
So this is kind of like a blast wall-ish, maybe.
There's no scorch walls on the other side of it or inside of it.
I'm going to use my dash to get more movement and go all the way in.
So when you dash this side, the wall vanishes, almost as if looking through a, like it's not there, like you're looking through a one-way window.
Okay.
And you can see everything in the room clearly.
Are there any knobs or dials or anything on this side?
Nothing blatantly apparent.
Can I try to use my deductive reasoning and intellect and investigative nature to be super curious and poke things and just be like, how does this work? What is this?
Maybe on your next turn.
All right, okay. My turn.
Because I figured, you'd open the door, You flew
Yeah,
in, you
plus I
dashed, you
dashed.
looked around.
I was just trying to get something for nothing.
I know. Cha.
Cha's just brushing the remains off the fire, just kind of, oh, well, that was disquieting. He's gonna look around, and so we're
You know, I'm
hearing.
just gonna
I think
remove
we heard
these.
skittering from all the rooms, right? Didn't we hear them from every one of the hallways?
Just
We
move them
just
in
picked
there.
that particular door
There
first.
we go.
I think on our last one, we heard like a ton coming from Niavaro's door, and it sounds like there's a ton coming from the eastern door too, right?
The eastern door, as in the one over by Niavara.
So this one and this one, to the left and to the right. I thought we heard rats coming or skittering coming from all the doors, and we just chose this one because it had the least amount of skittering sound.
You're right.
So Cha's
Goes
gonna
go.
move forward and step over the bodies and check out this door up here, and hopefully listen in and see if he can hear whether there's something skittering in there as well. Natural 20.
As much as I would hate to have you waste a nat 20, there is nothing in there.
Okay, good. So he'll does the door look locked or trapped or anything along with that nat 20, I would say.
Sure, I can give you something with the nat 20. It doesn't look locked. Doesn't look trapped.
Okay, he's gonna crack it open, see what's inside, and then step inside.
Check my notes. Perfect. The only one going in here, right?
I think he'll stop right there and just call back and be like, "Hey, I found another room, you guys."
Gotta dash in headlong.
Kozik, come dash in headlong.
All right, it'll take me about 12 seconds to get there.
Just
Wow.
as you step into this very wide, very well lit hallway, comprised of, you know, a couple of like stone benches, a couple of chandeliers, a sconce or two. You feel a very strong breeze
Huh. From which direction?
from the direction of the other side of the hallway, and the door behind
Down
you
here.
slams shut.
Okay. All right, here we go.
And with your nat
Child's gonna
20,
be like, "Stop screwing around, you guys."
and with the nat 20, you realize the breeze just kind of closed the door.
Oh, he cracks it back open. Silly door. So there are tables.
No, just
Is
like
that what those
benches, like
are?
bench that people could sit on, like waiting.
Okay. Benches.
Otherwise, it's a very
Chandelier.
relatively nondescript room. It's like
Pretty
a big
barren.
hallway.
Can I ride the end of that nat 20 and see if there's anything fishy going on in this room other than the breeze?
No, that's there honestly isn't anything in here.
Okie dokie. Let's see. So on a single turn, Chalk could get up there if he double moved. He could get up over here.
See what he
so he's
sees.
gonna come and check out the door, and also just see if it's locked or trapped or anything fishy about it.
That's gonna be a different perception.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's way on the other side of the room. That'd be a whole different.
22.
It's locked. It's trapped.
Ooh.
And
Okay,
since you're being
gotcha.
very perceptive, whatever trap is on it is probably really fucking deadly.
Ooh, gotcha. Okay, Cha's gonna dash back to
Can you
here
dash?
and just call to Niavara, kind of. Niavara, there's a really crazy trapped door over here. If you want to check it out. And then I'll say that's the end of his stuff.
Oh, I'm loving this splitting the party thing. Gonna go so well. I love it.
Uh-oh.
Kozik.
Right, I gotta move. I went back to go get the rest of that jerky that was on the table. Waste not, want not. Now let's move back up the tunnel here.
I mean,
It's
how
looking
did
a
you
little
get?
crowded.
How did you? Because I don't think you moved back on your turn last turn.
Secret Fey movement. Tell you what. And then I
Because
see
he's a ghost now.
I see carnage here of like corpses and skeletons, and I'm seeing my compatriots crowded in this hallway. Let's see if I can just get closer here. Ugh.
Checker
Wow.
pricer. Let's see. Hold on. Niavara's passive persuasion or passive perception is 19. It is.
Yep.
I like it. Okay.
Uh-oh.
With a 19, you hear the sounds of, this eastern door here. You kind of get the feeling that there's a lot of commotion in there. The doors are getting scratched at. And you can even see like tiny little rat claws like starting to like try and climb under, like sticking their little ratty toe beans out.
Picturing like a cat. Like
Wow.
But
underneath the
a
door.
lot of them.
Kozik, do you I think we need to very quickly group up, like make formation. I think it's gonna have to be 3 and 3.
There's more of them?
There's more of them. Zed, Marge, go stay with Rain. He's too small. He's gonna get eaten in one bite. Kozik, go up with Cha, and I'll follow.
Okay, right. I don't know if I can go any. Let's see. That was 30. Or whatever. I guess it's not my turn.
Wait, have you taken an action this turn?
No, but I had to move twice.
Um.
And I think that dead rat heap is my terminus, so that's me.
All right. Niavara. They in range of? No, they're not in range of that. Okay.
So I get the sense at this point of impending attack.
You don't know. Just a lot of activity since you made the commotion.
Like a inside check. Like, what's the vibe?
The vibe
Yes.
is there's a lot of things trying to get to you, and they haven't gotten to you yet.
Unfortunate. Vibes rancid, if you will. I still have that, so I do have that at the end of the day. Niavara will take one step back and prepare her weapons, basically.
Alrighty. Madge. You saw rain disappear into like a
Woo.
wall that just kind of slid away. You saw Cha just kind of run forward, and you heard a door open and then slam shut and then open again. If you're saying anything, we're not hearing it, by the way. You muted? Oh, yeah, you're muted, by the way. That's why I can't hear anything.
My bad. I'm sorry. So Marge is kind of miffed as far as already having scolded the party once to not split up. So she's kind of weighing her options on do I just let them split and then hopefully they'll learn from the mistake, or do I do something about it? But at the bare minimum, she is going to take 15 of her movement to move down here and peer around the corner and be like, "Hey, we got some rats over here," and then go back.
All right.
Yeah, just kind of take up a defensive position.
Did you want to do anything with an action, or?
I mean, she's gonna maintain Shillelagh. Is
Gotcha.
what she's gonna do. So that's I guess that'll be kind of her action. But
All right, Zed, what do you want to do? Actually, so nobody did any of that, and the bad thing didn't happen. So we can not be in combat. I'll keep the initiative, but not combat rounds at this point. Just to speed things up a little bit.
All right. So Zed will go to the end of the hall, and now that he can kind of see in, again, like, does any of this look familiar as far as, because there was a room that he was being tortured in by Marn in a vision,
Didn't look like this one.
and then it doesn't, you said?
Nope.
Okay.
This looks like it has scorch marks all over the place. Things in here have been like destroyed. Yeah, not necessarily like craters or anything in the ground, but noticeable.
Rain, you see anything in here? Because we might have problems out here pretty soon.
Eerie silence from Rain.
They've already got him.
Nice. Yeah.
And you can't even
Use
see
it.
him from here, by the way.
Kind of
You saw
sounds
him
like
come into this room.
like a dragon torturing chamber, if you will.
Ooh. Oh shit. I didn't even think about that. Think about all the scorch marks in multiple areas from multiple different explosions, some kind of locking mechanisms, and we did find extracted dragon scales.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I did not think about that.
Is there any evidence? Okay, so I'll step in the room since I didn't hear anything from Rain.
Yeah, there's like a little wall here. What were you saying?
Oh,
Main character?
I just hollered in to basically say, hey, we might have trouble out here soon.
I'm just hearing these
And
voices like coming from the hall, right? Marge came around this corner, and then Zed's in this corner, and this is a wall, so it's kind of like, right? So I can
No,
kind of hear it echoing in.
So you can see Zed walk in.
Oh, yeah, it's the one-way mirror.
Yeah.
Is there any buttons I could press? Any nozzles when he steps in?
Not that are readily available. that you can see
Well, what's
here.
that mean? Nothing I can see.
Are there any signs of other crystals in this room, like we found in the last room?
Ooh.
I don't know. Give me a perception or an investigation.
So somebody was experimenting on gem dragons in this whole place.
Nope, nothing like that in here.
Perception.
The laboratory torture chamber.
And there's still that door to the west that you guys haven't checked out yet.
Yeah, am I small enough to zip through these bars?
And then there was that
Right here?
door to the west in the second room you came in. Zip through which
Right.
bars?
Cube,
Right here.
stop. Cube, stop it, dude. Brother in Christ.
Look at all these rooms.
Dude.
Oh, I do want to 100% this dungeon for sure.
My God.
Everybody,
It's a
everybody
split
should
the
pick
card?
a room.
Yeah.
You see how
We all get our own room,
It's
right?
so tempting,
this
right?
little
Yeah.
secret room? I'll say that to Zed. I'll say, "There's a secret room in here, Zed. Look, it was already a secret room, and I had to do just like in the old stories. And you pull the torch, and it's like, oh, the wall opened up. It's crazy. And then there's a wall inside this wall, but you can see through the wall, but you can't see through the wall, but I can see through the wall. And are these bars here? Can I
Holy
slide
fuck.
through those bars?
Yeah.
I'm gonna slide through those bars and be like, look at that. There's some kind of thing there. There's dead people everywhere, and there's a door. Does this door open? Can I jiggle the handle?
Did you eat any candy recently?
Can you click it?
Ciao. Oh,
Sure,
can I use my thieves tool to pick this lock?
you can always try.
Or attempt to. I've been watching
if we're
everybody
out
else
of
do
the-
it, so 22.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's
Get
cute.
them. You get them in there and you jiggle them around. Hmm.
And I'm gonna turn and be like, look, Zed, I'm just like you. I did the same thing that you did. And then
Wait,
just
why
kind
don't
of
you
dip
be
myself
just
in.
like me and get over here? I believe we're about to be attacked by something.
So this is
So if we're out of combat, Cha's gonna definitely regroup with the party, and just be like, "What's going on down here?"
Cha, stay away from that door. And she points to the ones that she's most concerned about.
Oh, okay.
Unless you want
Yeah.
more rat bite marks.
No, thank you. Gosh, can we like block it or something? Or
I don't know if that's smart.
So upon asking
There's
that
a-
question, I will say Marge, who has sort of an expertise in this, would definitely know that swarms of these types can fit into very, very small spaces. So
I've been
Yeah.
trying to tell them that. They ain't listening. They over there looking for dials and switches, and they running off in the big long hallways.
what do you recommend, Marge?
I recommend you get your ass in here.
In where?
What do you mean where?
Right here.
Wherever you left from. Where'd you come from?
Where'd you go?
Came from up there. We're looking for your smokes.
Holy smokerinos.
Hey, not trying to interrupt here, but the little one, well, not my little one, but the little fella that's typically flying around. He just went off into another room. That's
Said you have children? Why didn't
I'm
you
to-
tell us?
Room
no,
11.
Read
it's
the
the
kobolds.
dragon.
Congratulations. Oh,
How you guys all made it this far?
I just tend to call the dragon little one.
dumb luck.
So,
Yeah.
And
Rain,
fists. Lots of fists.
Yes.
since you went into that room,
Uh-huh.
I will give you the rundown of what you see in there.
Oh.
Because I have a room number for this.
It does look checkered, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So in here, there is pretty much the only thing in here other than this very nice stone floor. There is a sort of a statue of a pretty nondescript man with flowing robes in the center of this room. Yeah.
But can I determine like race maybe, or if there's any familiarity?
Very human. I can give you that
Hmm.
much. That this is like the nondescript part is, there's not like facial features that are very identifiable. It's just kind of like, the silhouette of a human.
Is there any historical context about any humans who really enjoy either torturing dragons or collecting them or making really cool hidden wallway, laboratories or
I don't know.
anything I may have heard about, maybe?
You can give me a history check.
16?
Well, you have overheard the name Marn a couple times coming from Zed.
Marn?
Marn.
I'm just gonna go on a whim and I'm gonna cup my hands around my lips and just shout as loud as I can, I found Marn! I found Marn!
Oh fuck! I obviously hear this.
Cha looks at Zed when he hears that and is like, "Oh shit! This is
Ah, well.
happening, Zed."
So Zed's he stepped out of the room to kind of tell you
D&D,
guys
hell
what
yeah.
happened with Rain, and just stepped right back into the room. But I'm assuming where I'm standing, Zed can hear
It's gonna end the combat
the screams from Rain.
so I can move the camera.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to shit, what is he? He's gonna pull his rapier out immediately, and
I'm not taking
without
camera control. There we
looking at anything or paying attention to anything, he will run into that room
go. So many
immediately.
rogues. Just 2
Cha
rogues. Well,
also
technically
right behind
2.1.
him, just getting his staff ready, running in with Zed.
I don't think I possess any weapons, so I'm just gonna Peter Pan it with my hands on my hips and just kind of float up
How am I playing? Ooh,
until
hold
I'm
on.
like
Notepad.
on top where the statue head is and be like right next to him. Be like, is this Marn? I think it's Marn. You said Marn was a human.
Playing through Foundry.
Shit. Rain. Cha lowers his weapon.
You almost get a sense that like Zed can't even hear either one of you at this point. He's got
What are you using for the map and
this
tokens?
grit, sort of just
Give me a sec.
tense look on his face, and he's scanning the room corner to corner, wall to wall, just kind of heavy breathing, almost getting to a like panting from the adrenaline dump. And does he recognize the statue?
Not really. It's not really any facial features that stand out.
It doesn't look like what he's told us.
What am I using for the map? So I use a Dungeon Alchemist for my map
Is
making.
there any sign of,
The tokens,
again, like amethyst shards or anything in this room?
for the sake of not having you waste a roll on it, no.
Okay.
Rain, what
And
are you
is his
talking
door
about? How do you
unlocked?
know that name? How do you know the name of Marn?
I point at Zed. He told me about it.
Is that
I don't know.
You
Is
mark
the
my
door
words.
unlocked?
This statue right here, this is definitely Marn. If I've ever heard of one, that's a Marn.
Zed? Is that how he looks? I thought you described him differently.
Wow, look how long his hallway is.
Don't recognize this. How? Why can you be so sure that this is Marn, Rain? Or this is some sort of statue of him?
Well, you know how sometimes like you go outside and you're like, "Wow, what's that little throb in my knee there?" And then you just smell the wind and you're like, "Oh, it's gonna rain." That's fucking Marb. I can just tell.
So
The
you
fuck,
guys
are we
keep
in-
saying
are we
that
in
name.
Marn's place?
Who has the highest passive perception in here? Let's see. Perception
Mine is 15.
14.
I will say Zed will put the tip of his rapier to the throat of the
15.
statue.
So Cha and Rain would notice every time you say Marn, it's almost, you get this eerie feeling that you're being watched. Like a shiver down your spine. or
Zed.
saying Beetlejuice 3 times.
Right. Zed, I'm getting a weird feeling
Spooky.
here, man. We are in. Don't say his name anymore. We are in his. This is his place.
But while you think about that, what are you three in this hall completely separated from the rest of the group doing?
Uh-oh.
Fu-
Cheerios.
fuming. That's what she's doing. That's what Marge is doing. Human.
Oh, okay. Marge,
Human.
Kozak, I understand regrettably that we are probably the same
Blood
members of
Mary.
our party here.
Oh yeah, could say
Um,
Blood Mary, yeah.
Marge especially. Do we want
Next
to
week
group
will be
up
my
with them
Halloween episode,
and
though.
sort of? I don't think we can actually barricade that door. Whatever's coming is coming from the east. So we could back up and try and fortify this position. And
Yeah,
she
they're-
points to it with her knife, wherever they're hiding.
Yeah, if the party's not gonna stick together, we're gonna stick with the party, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
And I will
So
impart a little bit of since this is still fresh in you guys' mind, the footprints that Marge was tracking before. You're just remembering which direction they went.
Do we know which direction they were going?
Mm-hmm. But not in this room.
Okay.
Just a little, I know Marge is here for a particular purpose. So that would probably be very, very much on the cusp of Marge's, thought process.
So does Marge think that we need to back out of here entirely?
Right.
Marge thinks we definitely need to regroup in some manner.
Regrettably, we have a couple of people hard forked from us, so do we want to regroup in the room where they all went?
Yeah, I mean, if they're not gonna come here, we gotta go there. You know, party here, party there. You know what I'm saying?
So let's get going.
Let's do that.
Right.
And
Those rats
Niavara
are going to break through at any moment.
goes in. Do a quick little perception, because you said that Zed couldn't see them, but when he walked in.
Nope.
So Niavara's gonna do like a quick, wait a second, where'd they go? Perception check.
I mean, there's a door over there. You can see Cha from it.
Oh, that's fair.
But on a 17, yep, there's a tiny little fragment that just doesn't seem like it makes much sense.
Wait, they went through another door? Are you serious?
Yes, 2 doors.
Yep, the one right there.
Wasn't Cha just over here, and I told him not to wander off into long hallways?
That's not a very Marge voice.
That didn't register at all, whatsoever.
Apparently
Marge, what happened
not.
to your accent?
It's so Inkin does it with rage, it went away.
What's your intelligence score again, Cha? Can you?
Oh no.
So where
He's not
was
keeping
the
track
shard?
of whether everybody's following him or not. He's just running in with Zed to defeat Marn. I have a lot of history with this Marn character, so
And
that
you were
took
an
precedence.
assassin, right? At some point,
Oh yeah.
somehow. May I ask?
Assassins in Hell, apparently. Not like Assassins in the Underdark.
He's changed his life. There's a lot of
Changed
backstory
my
for
life
Cha.
right now. This is-
Still clawing at the door next to you.
Mhm.
Little skellies.
Niavara! Rain told
where-
us that he saw Marn in here, so we ran in to defeat him, but it was only a statue. What's going on out there?
Marge, I think, is ready to kill us all for splitting up so much. Secondly, I saw something weird
Not
on the
split
floor
up.
and
We're right here.
hard. And where's Kozak?
I'm here.
And where's Rain? All the way over there.
Rain found all this stuff. I think we realized we are in his laboratory. But you know what? Don't say his name because there's some freaky vibes with this guy.
From down
You-
this long corridor, can I hear their conversation?
Yes.
Mentally picturing Niavara like peeking over Chaw's shoulder to see as Rain keeps walking down the hall. She's asking Chaw like, why are we splitting the party?
I want
We're
to
not
kind of
split up.
shout
Everybody's
back.
here.
And just be careful, because some of the walls are one-way walls, and you can see through the walls on one side, but you can't on the other, just like in that room.
Like what room?
The one you're in.
What type of shard? Like what type of shard did Niavara find on the floor?
A little black scale, but only black from scorching.
Oh, that's Niavara will
Disturbing.
hold that like out, disturbed. Like, okay, that's really gross. I can't tell what this originally was.
Chaw's gonna stand between her showing him that
So we're
and
going this
Zed so
way.
that
Let me get
Zed
that
doesn't
room
see it,
ready.
and just be like, Niavara, Zed's a little sensitive about this.
Yes. So I guess my question is why is Rain yelling about it?
Okay, room.
I don't know why Rain is yelling. We should not be yelling. You're right, okay? We're running around a lot. It was freaky having rats all over me. Zed,
Absolutely.
he cried out that the guy who kidnapped Zed was here, so we ran down here to fight. But it's just this statue. Cha points at the statue. So I think we're in his laboratory or something.
Okay. So I think what we should do is that if Rain is going that way, we all need to be headed that way in general. Let's move. We can close this door behind us, but we can't close that door. And she points to the sort of broken in wall behind us. So we need to keep moving.
Okay.
So
Marge, which did you have any idea where your smokes are?
If I knew where they are, we wouldn't be in here.
very true.
I mean, you were tracking them earlier. Do you know which direction they might have gone in?
I don't know if that's exactly their footprints or not. I just seen some
Okay.
footprints.
Okay, it's a good lead, potentially.
Come on.
Definitely none in here. Like, so these hallways, the only signs of life have been you guys. Like, there's been no, like, the dust on the floor has not been disturbed in a long time.
Cha would like to investigate that statue to see if he can derive any more information from it. Gets a 16.
There's something else behind the eyes of that statue. Because they're
Hey.
staring right at you.
Zed, look. Cha's gonna point that out to Zed. Hey, you guys, look.
So Zed's been staring at the eyes the whole time, whether he's noticed it or not. He's literally looking at this statue as if it could very well just be Marn in front of him, even though he might not recognize the look of it. He's very intently staring.
Look. There's something behind the eyes.
And
Be
not like
careful.
physical, but some kind of intelligence, quote unquote.
Cha looks in the eyes and he's just like, if you're watching us, you sick son of a bitch, we're coming for you.
And all you see, where there is not really much facial expression, it's almost like a knowing smirk is carving itself into this nondescript face as you say that.
Cha takes his staff and just smacks the head, smashes it right off if he can.
I was gonna say, yeah, Zed's gonna hit it with his belaying pin.
You could do it at the same time. You
Well,
know what?
it's not
Yeah.
moving, so all you have to do is roll damage.
Okay. Did you get a 1?
Yeah.
Oh no. Cha got 8. So
Belaying
9.
pin.
I would say at the same time, Zed's just gonna look. Cha's gonna look back at Zed and be like, just kind of a knowing glance to take out our weapons and just hack this thing apart.
Well, upon your first attacks, you don't really seem to do much damage. It seems really sturdy. You know, you're trying to break, you know, a little stone statue that, as you're realizing, is a lot sturdier than you expect, with a belaying
I
pin
think
and a quarterstaff.
Zed's intention was more or less not to destroy the statue, but to like mar the face, to, you know, maybe break off a chunk of off the cheek or something to get rid of the smile, so to speak.
You know what? Yeah, sure. I think, yeah. So you chip off some of the face, right? Like you get this little chunk to fall off with between your two attempts to break it, particularly Jaw, because he had 8. And a piece does fleck off. But even so, it's almost like water filling back in as the smile just reforms.
Ooh.
Zed'll have
Shit.
Zed'll kind of have like this just look
It's
of
spoopy.
disgust where he's almost exuding like fucking typical, and he's just kind of shaking his head a little bit as he's staring at the statue.
Can Cha just wants to put his shoulder into it and just knock it over so that it's on the ground.
Just give me a strength check.
Sure.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
while all
wrong
that's
one. Sorry.
happening,
Ooh.
Oh, 18. Nice. That's the greatest strength check Cha's
that door
ever
is
had.
annihilated.
It counts. It means something.
Better than his dex throw.
You have a +7 on your dex, yeah.
And Cha's gonna turn back to Zed and be like, "All right, Zed, keep your head about you, man. This guy's tricky.
They're gonna
I
go
think he might be
sniff
here."
around.
Zed'll look at Cha and he'll kind of give a nod and just take a big deep breath through his nose and kind of exhale through his mouth, and
I'm gonna do a secret GM roll.
then
Public
probably turn his
private.
attention toward the corridor that Niavara and Rain went off to.
One for you. Perception. Okay. They have no idea. All right. They're just kind of spread out, looking around.
All right, I guess we're following Rain.
Oh wow, these are really long halls, huh?
Did Rain just
Rain,
click
we
on
have
that?
Rain, we have a
He
request
said
from
as he
Marge to
opened the
not
door.
we have a request from Marge not to split up too much.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Sorry, I just got so excited because I've never opened a secret passageway before, and so I
Yes.
just
Hey,
like,
I
what's in
know
it?
there's
You
nothing
know,
like it.
the wall opened up, so clearly they don't
Course.
want people in here, and so that just makes me
Right?
want to know what's in it even more.
I know the feeling, buddy. This place is kind of cool, other than that it wants to kill us.
For good measure, can I tug on this torch, see if it moves? The
You're gonna
sconce.
tug on every sconce.
Just
that we
all of
come
them from now on.
No, it does. I mean, you could take the torch out.
No, I just wanted to see if anything would move or twist or turn. Did y'all see the secret wall in there that you can see through the wall like it's a glass, but the other side is just a wall?
Oh,
Well, you should have
Freaky.
it. It's real fun.
Wow,
There's
we'll
little
have to check
bars,
it
and I
out.
just fit right through it. It's only a couple inches wide, but you could sneak in there probably.
Zed,
If we weren't
I'm
being
getting
chased
some
by
tutoring
rats.
and scraping and scratching over here on this door.
If we weren't
Are you
being
the one
chased
behind
by
us?
rats, I think we could
Yep,
play
this
some
one
fun.
right here.
There's a door
Right,
there?
they're getting
That one.
closer.
We being chased by rats?
Close the door. Let's keep
Oh.
going. Keep going,
Okie
kids.
dokie. Keep going.
You're gonna have to find out.
Like, should we keep going or should we just fight them?
Up to you. There's a door over here. Niavara will try it. It opens. Okay, that's cursed. That's really cursed. Why is there a door with only one thing? Like, what is this? The world's silliest basement door?
Maybe it's a decompression chamber. You know, Zed does have a point. The rats were kind of easy to defeat. We could just fight them and have some fun, and then it'd
I'll be
be,
honest.
make a
Why am
incredible
I
dinner
locked in
for
there
us,
now?
too.
Can I
So
hear her
it's-
through that door being shut?
Yes. So you ask that
Ivana!
question as the door behind you shuts.
Ivana,
And-
stop playing around.
And in this room, there's really barely any room, any space in here. But the door in front of you, as you kind of ask that question, it's almost like a face forms in the door. Just kind of blobs out and seems like it's staring at you expectantly.
No.
With her daggers out, and so she's like, okay, what the fuck are you?
Guardian.
Of?
Secrets.
Keeper. No, not keeper. Shadow.
There's no response.
Niavara lowers her guard slightly and sort of puts her knives back in her holsters. And she takes a breath. I seek answers to questions that shouldn't be asked. Will you let me find those?
Speak the name that you know is true. The way will open.
Super cool line. Like out of character. Super cool line. I'm blanking. Out of character party convention. What's the answer?
We've already said his name like 10 times and said not to say it, right?
Speak the name you know to be
it could
truth.
be. It could.
Oh,
yeah,
that one.
I think Cha did tell Niavara who the statue was, so she would have that name freshest in her mind potentially.
Could be the traveler though, since Niavara is
The truth.
See, I made that spreadsheet not just for sharing with DM, but also for me. Look back for me. The Shadow doesn't have a true name. Neither does the Traveler.
Well, if you're thinking along the lines of like deities, give me a religion check.
Does she think this is her deity? Because like my initial interpretation of this, she would absolutely hear that and go, "Oh, that's the shadow," or a vessel for the shadow.
$16. Hmm. So there's a couple of names that come to mind, but they have nothing really to do with your particular pantheon. A name, Velsharan, and another name, Shar.
I know Shar. I don't know Velsharan.
Sharoon? Rune? Ron? Rune. It's with 2 O's. I guess Velsharoon. But, you know,
Ah,
because, uh, you kind of put those names to the forefront of your mind, considering you've been dealing with rats that are skeletal
yeah.
and very much undead.
Speak the name that I know to be true.
Mm-hmm. That's what he said.
So basically, pick one of those two is what I'm hearing.
Possibly. The flip of the coin.
Hmm.
Chaw's starting to slam against the door, trying to open it.
Neovar is going to choose Shar and just say it. The name she's more familiar with, given that supposedly this god has the, just reading her over it, portfolio of the Underdark.
The face disappears into the door, but it does not unlock.
So I fucked up. Okay. Eovar will try the other door. We'll try the original door. Oh hey.
Yavara, are you okay?
She looks a little pale and she's like, okay. Very cursed experience. There was a face in the door asking for the name that I knew to be true.
Wrong answer.
Did you
Okay.
tell him Marv?
Alert.
No. One, he's a lying bitch.
Isn't this
Two-
his house?
No. I may or may not have told him Shar, but like, we're not gonna talk about that, are we? The other
Wait,
name.
why would it be Shar? You know who
Why-
Shar is?
Now they are effectively roaming monsters.
I'm trying to think of like what do sovereign citizens say when they're being questioned by police? What's the line?
I plead the fifth.
That's one thing.
Or I have a right to remain silent.
They're gonna
I refuse to answer any questions
they roam
without my attorney
here.
present. The other name that I was thinking could have been the answer was Velsharoon.
Oh,
But I think I chose wrong. In which case, maybe, and she's gonna back out, and she's gonna be like, "Go ahead, Chop. See what happens, please, 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 please. Your turn, if you will."
okay, sure, no problem.
Blink.
Hey! Oh. Does the same thing happen? Does Chaw see the face?
Yep.
Hi. What's your name?
Guardian.
Cool name.
Yeah, I know y'all's doing stuff down there, but I see some rats at the end of the hall.
So
Oh,
from
shit.
your perspective, the door just opened itself. And it was
Someone
around
didn't lock the door.
And it was around the same time Neovar kind of stepped back. You can kind of see her in the hallway at that point.
There's a door where you're standing, Marge. Maybe come into the hallway and close the door behind you.
Back up, Kozik.
Okay.
There may or may not be some sort of magical thing going on with the doorway down here. That's not great.
All right, well, I'm telling you, I've seen 3 big old swarms of rats, at least.
In which case, when they come down this hallway, be ready to start smashing, if you will.
That's what I do best.
We love to hear that. We only make it this far in our lives because of that.
This is the room with... So you say the name.
Says the name, yes.
You hear the door. The face melts back into the door.
Ooh.
However,
opens up the knob and then opens up the door behind him.
swarming in.
Uh-oh.
He said, however.
You can definitely hear the sounds of scratching and clawing at this door on the other side of Marge.
So, awesome. Very
All right,
good.
everybody in.
Let's go.
Oh, now there's a sense of urgency. Good lord.
Oh, what the hell? There's no doors out of here, is there?
No. So,
Nope.
you step into
Get 'em
this
on.
room. This is room... Okay. In here, there appears to be some kind of... Almost like you get the feeling of a personal library. As well as, you know, maybe some sort of like living quarters. Hit spacebar, no. Oh, I lost my place. There it is. Here, robes adorn the walls as if suspended in midair. A bedroom with a few bookshelves in pristine condition and several tomes potentially detailing some kind of research. As far as what they are, you know, just at a first glance, you probably have to walk up to them and take a look. However, amongst all of this, there also appears to be a sort of ornate chest adorning the room. And it's, you know, that red thingamadoohickey right there. But there are also the very noticeable thing. There are 4 statues lining the walls. So there's like one like right in front of the door, like you kind of have to, you know, walk past it. And you can, you know, if you're in here, you should be able to see the 4 statues. And there are 2 larger statues of some kind of feline-like creatures with their mouths like wide open, almost like they're poised to strike.
Oh, we love that. Everyone come inside. If nothing else, we'll have a really wonderful area which to funnel the rats so that we can have a little killing circle.
Hey, there you go. Shoot them while they're in the hall.
Exactly, like fish in a bucket.
They're roaming monsters now.
Come here.
Come here. I don't know. We won't become trapped in here?
I get the feeling this whole place is a trap.
Yeah.
And also, upon that first failure, I need somebody to roll me a D100 so I can
I'd like
see
to
what
do it.
happens here.
Wait, first
Yeah, go
failure?
for it.
35. Okay. So that door got open, or unlocked.
How comfortable is this bed?
You fly to it.
I'm gonna fly and lay down on it.
You lay down on it, and it is the most comfortable thing you have ever felt in your entire life.
I knew
So
it.
much so that you're probably gonna have to give me a wisdom saving throw.
We got rats
Ooh.
clawing at doors, and this guy's over here taking a nap.
I mean, you can't see it yet. You're in the hallway.
Look, I'm a pixie. All right, this is my nature.
Give me that wisdom.
13.
13. Man, you feel like you can just lay here forever and ever and ever.
And don't touch anything.
The world around you just kind of sort of fades, not really fades away, but you know, like when you're so comfortable, you just ignore everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of melted to these sheets.
Don't touch anything.
Oh, look at Rain. A true child of comfort.
Just eyes are rolled back, and I'm just like kind of mid yawn, just.
Marge, get in here. We can shut the door. Maybe keep them out longer.
Private GM.
They'll have to give a. They'll have to
Oh,
give.
no.
They'll have to say the name of the guardian. The guardian wants to get in here, so I think we're good for a while.
Mm,
I don't know if that's how that works.
No.
Marge, can you open that door still? Okay, I would leave that door open. Not going to lie. I don't want to trust the weird magic door. Not going to lie.
Fair enough.
Um,
Is Rain okay? Rain.
is Rain ever
2, 3,
okay?
6. Okay.
I was gonna pick Rain up if he can. Carefully.
Oh, yeah, you could totally pick him up. He's still just in a trance-like state either way.
Oh no. Okay, nobody touch the bed or the. Is it a chest or a bed? What
I
was it
thought it
again?
was a chest.
There's a bed and a chest.
I guess it's a bed for Rain because it's pretty big.
We're pretty big. This thing is massive.
Don't touch the chest yet, everybody. Rain's. He shakes Rain a little bit, just carefully.
They're up here.
Rain. He kind of taps on his little chest a little bit, just like Rain, wake up. Okay, buddy.
Pinch him.
Margarita. Pinch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Chaw takes his index finger and his thumb, and with his long black nails, he kind of gets a little spot. Tries trying to be very careful. Gets a little spot on
Oh,
Rain's thigh
35.
and
They
just
broke the
squeezes
door.
a little bit.
But these are like daggers in my size, right?
Kinda, but
He's a
trying to be very
velociraptor,
careful.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nope. You go there.
I think
Go there.
I think something
there.
got him. Some kind of spell. Anybody know how to wake up somebody with a sleepy spell on them?
Will you let me try?
Sure. Here you go.
All right, I
Chaw,
kind of
Chaw gently. Or he just holds his hand out with Rain lying in it.
all right, I'm going to focus my attention here and I'm going to give Dispel Magic a try.
hey, that's
See.
great. While you're doing that, there's definitely some scratching at the door.
Oh shit.
See.
Rain, wake up. We're being
So I hold
attacked
out
by
my
rats.
hand. I hold out my hand to this little peppermint pixie, and I think about if there's any sort of strange effect on him. I think about cancel. Let's see, what do I have to do?
Okay, so a spell is 3rd level or lower on the target ends. Oh, okay, yeah. It
Do I have to
cancels
roll
the effect.
anything?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
for each 4th level or higher. So if the spell is 3rd level or higher than the 3rd level, then you have to do a check. Anything below
Okay.
that, it just gets rid of it. So Rain, You no longer
Awake.
feel sleepy.
We
Just
need
kinda,
your
like,
help, Rain.
eyes
Rain,
flicker up.
Rain, you were magically put to sleep by touching that chest. Don't touch it again, okay?
Chest, you mean that big giant bed that's fit for somebody 10 times my size?
Well, yeah, that thing.
I'm gonna be honest, that was the best sleep of my life right there. I don't. How long have I been out?
It's because they convinced you it was. Don't touch it again.
I won't do it
You were,
again.
It
you
hasn't
were
been. It
out
hasn't
for
been too long.
you were
Rain.
out for 150 years.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang.
we finally got you. You have no idea how many adventures we had to keep ourselves from aging, to come back and save you finally.
Crazy. That's the same thing that happened to my uncle. Do you think it's like a family kind of curse or something?
Oh,
Listen, while
man.
Marge appreciates a great prank, every now and then, there's rats at the door.
Oh, okay.
What kind of
Okay,
rats?
I'm bullshitting you, Rain. Those same rats are trying to eat us.
150 years later?
Yeah.
No, I was just. I mean, yeah, they're undead. They live forever.
I
He's
mean,
We
dead
got
and
to
kind of
kill
start
them.
wincing,
Oh dear.
and kind of you see an eye, one of his eyes kind of close a little bit, and he puts a hand to his head, and he's "Ugh." It's as if there's
Zed,
rats in my brain.
what?
Marge,
What's wrong,
Marge is
buddy?
gonna ready an attack for whatever
Oh,
barrels through that door.
Okay.
there's got to be something magical about this room, right?
Probably, but we don't have the time of day to figure that out right now.
think a
Neovar is
lot.
going to pre-buff by casting Spiritual Weapon. And she's going to place her scimitar in the mouth of the cat, if you will.
Hold on. Let me see if I have. I think I have a token that we might be able to use for that.
Ooh.
You see
Cha
if it
will ready
actually.
his
It's awesome.
crossbow.
Gonna be here. I need this, and I need this. Because if I can do this, that would be
I'd like to
awesome.
do something
Ready.
too.
Delete that if need be.
It's a spell effect, though. I can't. No. That's okay. I can put that in late. Okay, maybe not. Dang.
Okay. I'm going to leave my measurement tool where I can. It's a scimitar. The blade seems to have a little bit of blood at the tip that's dried black.
Huh.
Spells. Gonna be.
Disquieting.
I'm gonna
There are
try
also
something
runes up the blade.
though.
Have you pulled that out before?
No, she's never drawn her spiritual weapon.
Cha watches and just like, gee, the hell is that?
Where the heck did I put it?
Traveler's sword, of course.
Wow, the sword
it's
of a
hidden.
god.
Favorite weapon,
An item.
or their favorite weapon, I should say.
Bitchin'.
They say that the blood is from when he betrayed
Spells.
betrayed the host with the rest of the six.
Ooh. Wicked. I think I read about that story.
See if I can put some on the board. Can I put that?
My mother
No, I
used to
can't.
put me
Damn.
to sleep with stories like that.
It's fine.
Oh, I'm sure you've heard the
I'll make her
tale
a
of the
spiritual
flayed
weapon.
god.
Oh yeah,
Well, that
definitely
didn't
one
work.
of the favorites in hell.
It's lying. So now that you're having this lovely conversation, rats.
Rats!
So for anybody who had things prepared, now's your chance.
All right. Before
Yeah.
it happens, I want to cast the armor of Agathis. something like that.
I didn't.
And with a puff, as if a blowing out of breath on a winter's day, kind of slightly envelops me, and then I'm covered with sort of a hard frost, and it almost feels like the temperature has decreased a little bit.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Callus.
Literally.
I
think-
feel tougher.
That queen, your gods sure do know how to give you some groovy powers, you guys.
If it's,
So was
if it's
anybody else
possible to
attacking?
still, I was
I
gonna say, if it's
can't.
is it
Yes.
possible to
Chaw
still
is,
prepare something?
Chaw's unload. Yeah, we were preparing stuff before they showed up.
Because I was gonna say, based
Chaw's,
on where Zed's standing, he'll have his rapier out, if that's possible.
Once they
Chaw's
enter,
gonna unload 2 bolts from his arcane crossbow right now.
And Marge, what were you doing? Because I know you said you were prepared to.
Yeah, she was gonna ready attack, and I think being the distance that they are, she is going to be quite aggressive, and she's gonna cast Thorn Whip after Cha like, makes his attacks.
So an 11 and a 19. Those both hit still?
Yep. Still
Okay.
dinky little creatures.
11 damage on the first one.
Piercing. Okay.
10 on the second.
Oh. Wait. Piercing. So minus. Okay, yeah. Number's right. All right. You skewer a few rats. Definitely.
Here they come!
Yeah, 23 is definitely gonna. Thorn whip. What's your thorn whip look like?
Her Thorn Whip looks essentially how it's described. She manifests a thorny like whip and flings it at the rats. And looks like it smacks a few and deals 5 points of piercing damage and yanks them towards her. For when it's her turn, she's gonna give him another smackaroonie.
Let's see. 5 feet yank.
It's a 10-foot
10.
yank.
10.
And then hopefully maybe that activates Zed's rapier reaction.
Mm-hmm.
If
This is
you will
basically
allow it.
surprise, quote unquote surprise round, but only because you specifically readied stuff. So yes, you do.
All right.
I gotta subtract their health from that. 5 pierce. Is it magical? Melee spell attack. Melee
We was
spell
ready for
attack.
these dang old rats.
And would just, I don't want to be like too like over the top, I guess, but is it just going to be a rapier poke, or would I also be able to do sneak attack?
It's a sneak attack. The effect is
I
still in
love it.
play. So 10 damage.
Sweet.
5.
Over the top.
And then 11 minus 1.
Go.
Okay. So you managed to kill this swarm. So between the crossbow bolts, which don't really seem as effective as you think they are, you're trying to hit a lot of things with singular bolts. The thorn whip, which the only reason you're really able to move them is like a lot of them get like stuck on the thorns when you do the pull. So it's not like you're hitting 1 or 2. It's just there's so many of them that you just maybe even some of them tried to bite at the whip itself and get pulled in. But they also kind of hurt themselves doing it. And then Zed just kind of finishes off that particular pack.
Nice.
Oh, where's my death thingy? There it is. And that is this one? However, everybody else, give me initiative as the other ones come barreling in. 5, 10. 10.
Okay.
That
That
is
finally
kinda straight
entered Niavara's area of effect, so she's gonna. Her attack's gonna pop off.
Alright. Gotta roll then.
1d8 plus her spellcasting modifier.
Why'd it roll? Oh no. Doesn't do the thing I'm hoping it's gonna do. That's okay.
Nice.
Kinda did that out of order. That's okay.
The attack.
Mm-hmm. It definitely hits. Much damage? 11. This
Yeah,
is
tear
force
it up.
damage. No resistance to that. 11.
And so her initiative next.
You got perfect damage on that roll too.
Oh shit, yeah.
It seems, when you
Sweet.
utilize the spiritual weapon, it cleaved damn near half of them in just like a single swipe. It seems whatever, this thing is made of is really effective.
Go, traveler!
However, in the initiative, Kozik is first.
All right, I'm feeling pretty emboldened by my frosty armor. So I'm
Frosty
gonna
tips.
get frosty tips, and I'm gonna get close here. I thought I was at least. Sorry, my thing's maybe lag. There it is. And well, that one's dead. I'm gonna wait into
Well, there's
the
another one on top of it. Here, let me move it. Wait, I'll just put that over there. There, we'll just
Okay,
put that one
cool.
in the corner so you know you killed that one.
Okay, cool. So I think I am gonna start out just by trying to strike it, I guess. With my light hammer. Strike whatever I can strike. Sorry, my thing's moving a little bit slow.
That's alright. I need combat
Go.
music. That's not DMCA.
Yeah. And attack.
Might be getting close to something, but I gotta make sure it's DMCA
Okay.
safe.
It's
Attack!
not letting me attack. It's giving me a weird. Light hammer is designated to consume ammunition, but no resources specified. Okay.
I think
What?
you figured that out before.
I don't know.
Because basically you're trying to, it's reading it as you're trying to throw it. I think we did something before that. Fix that.
I don't remember. Maybe I just rolled a 1d4 or something.
Aren't you a warlock?
He is.
You take Eldritch Blast?
I could.
Doesn't it do like 1d10?
Yeah, but I got this hammer.
You got a light thrown hammer you're trying to use as a melee weapon? Is that what's happening right now?
Yeah, he's got it.
Strike him.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, you do, boo boo boo. All right.
I mean, I guess I will because I can't seem to do it correctly here anyway, so let's blast this fucker then.
Do you want to do it in melee range though, which would impose disadvantage?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
I'm standing here. I've rushed into the heat of battle.
Can't get your hammer out of your
It's
belt.
out of my belt
You're
loop
like,
there.
fuck.
So with disadvantage, attack.
So a 7 definitely does not hit.
Okay. Oh, Do I get special? Can I roll more, or is that all the beams that I get to shoot?
So
they're
at your
sep-
level, you have 2
separate.
beams.
Yeah. Well, let's try again then.
14
There
would
you
hit.
How about
go.
that,
Damn, a
rats?
14 with disadvantage? Let's go.
Yeah. Hammer
Hmm.
time.
6, and it is using that.
Phew! I guess I take out a rat or two. I hit a rat.
Oh, you hit a good few. Super effective.
Hmm.
And I guess that's my my turn.
Not much left of this squarm. However, it's Midge.
Mad's turn. Marge is going to mollywop one of these guys here. 15
Oh yeah, they're easy to hit.
flat.
Bludgeoning. Okie dokie.
Bludgeoning.
That is exactly enough to bring it to the number it needs.
Great.
That is this one. Split. For the sake of them not cluttering. They're there, but, you know.
Yeah. And then she's gonna take a step forward. She's gonna hopefully get a second attack off. 13.
Yep. You should lay the crap out of them.
Okay. 7. And then she's going to use her feature here,
7.
her
minus-
gathered swarm ability to force the target to make a strength saving throw versus my spell DC, or the target is moved up to 15 feet backwards from me.
Strength save. Normal.
And it needs to be to 15.
They definitely do not.
Okay. And then Marge is going to take a step back.
So somehow you managed to shove an entire swarm of rats 15 feet, well, basically into the wall because they can only move.
Well, it is
so far.
the boys. The boys did all that.
They all
Okay.
came out to help.
So yeah, I'd say, you know what? The boys came out and they just like bum rushed. Like there was one boy for each rat, and they just all bum rushed them and just like slammed them into the
Started
wall.
tossing them.
Yeah,
Tossing the rats.
gave them a tussling toss.
A tossing.
Twas.
Then Niavara.
Awesome. So,
There are
Gotta go for the ones in the back.
oh yeah, I'm just looking
these
at the
rats
rules because I can
on
continue
there since
to
then.
command the
One of
weapon
these is in here.
with a bonus action. So I'm trying to see
Those
like if I
close.
could do any other spells while that's going on.
If it's a concentration spell, then you can't do any that require concentration.
Ah, but that's the thing. It's not tagged cons. I'm looking for that.
Might not be.
So they've roamed in there.
When you cast
Those
a spell,
are
you make a melee
but
spell attack
not-
against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon on a hit. Okay. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a
1,
creature
2.
within 5 feet of it.
There are now roaming monsters.
It lasts
Got 1
a
minute.
minute.
Interns.
Yeah, I don't think it is concentration.
Nope.
Nope.
Be
Not
good.
Nope. Not
Nice.
concentration.
So, in
Dope
theory,
spell.
I could cast another spell.
Correct.
Mhm.
In actual fact.
Alright, let's go. She's going to cast Radiance. Word of Radiance on the 2 rats in the back. Actually, wait, I can't do that. It's touch range. Never mind.
From you,
Yada,
yeah.
yada. I keep making the mistake. Wait, why am I oh, okay. Trying to undo apparently doesn't undo. I love that for me.
Hiccup.
There we go. There's that one taken care of. In which case,
You know what? I'm just gonna see if I can find a token for her to use the. Ooh, here's what I'll
she's
do.
going to.
We'll use that as like your spiritual weapon.
Oh god, my eyes.
Oh god, my eyes, indeed. I can like see it kind of if I zoom in, but it's very
Okay.
white.
That came out a lot different than it should have.
It looked good to me, but I've got it zoomed in to where this room is the entirety of my screen, basically.
Yeah, it looked cool to me too.
It's interesting. I'm zoomed out, and it's very difficult to see.
Huh.
Let me rename this one
So how far is Neavara actually?
spiritual weapon. And then I'll give
That's
permissions
distance.
to
Okay, yeah,
Neavara.
she can get the one in the back.
Yep.
Because she's gonna instead use
Save.
Sacred Flame because that's a 60-foot reach.
There we go. You have a placeholder.
You have the Assassin's Creed there.
Lovely. I'll get rid of the old one. And she's gonna do it on the one in the back. Make a saving throw.
All right, let's see. Click you. That.
Fails. So let's go.
Roll that damage. 13, and it takes full because that's radiant.
And with her bonus action, she's going to scooch the radiant whip. Oh, I don't have permission to move it.
Should. Oh, I think you're in your measurement tool.
Oh, that's probably it, yeah. And she's going to have it come down on the rats in the front.
Minus 13. All right. Let me sneak attack now. Click that spell. So one of the neat things you guys can do, there's like a little hotbar at the bottom. So if there's an ability or spell that you use very often, you can actually have like a little action bar down there. Be like, if I want to do a basic attack, you can drag your basic attack into that hotbar and just hit like 3.
I've got all my physical attacks and all my spells on that hotbar. It is pretty badass.
And the
I've got
18
all
does
of
definitely hit.
Maximilian Voldemort's abilities on mine.
All right. 10, super effective again. Minus 10. Yep. Once again, you almost, I'd say you probably annihilate almost half of them. Not quite half. I would say almost bloodied, but they have no blood to be bloodied with.
Fair. And so with that, Neavara will end her turn.
All right. Rain. Oh, wait. Oh, they're dead. Okay, yeah, Rain.
All right, I'm gonna fly right behind Neavara, floating in the middle of the air. Butterfly wings just flapping, and I'm gonna say, "Firebolt, Zed style," and I'm just gonna send a firebolt at like the first one.
Do you even do the hand signals?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to imitate. I'm trying my best to imitate exactly his pose and his breathing technique. Anything, even if he just like randomly scratched his face in the middle of whatever he's doing. I'm just imitating the last time I saw him throw a firebolt, and I'm gonna try to do it precisely as he would.
All right, let's do it.
Ka-chow! That's an 8.
That is unfortunate. So your firebolt just goes right between like 3 of them and like hits the ground between, unless somebody wants to use one of them inspirations.
Nah. Alright, my turn.
Yeah. Fortunately, 8 won't hit. All right. Next up, Zed. He did. You saw the attempt to do a Zed style. You know, it's like animal style fries, but Zed style firebolt.
Good in and out reference.
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna move here.
Rombat. Roaming monsters.
All right, and I will also firebolt away.
Oh no.
What?
Yes, that was indeed
A Zed style
Zed
firebolt.
style firebolt. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. It's not like these things are that hard. Cha, with your passive perception, you feel your bag, your backpack, kind of shuffling and shaking.
Oh. Don't worry, Mittens. We're not gonna hurt you, buddy. And Cha looks at Zed and Rain with their flames out. Their flames that win a miss, and he's like, "Don't worry, guys. You'll get your mojo back." Yeah. He's gonna fire his arcane bolt again.
Oh, that was the arcane one.
Double 19s.
They both hit.
Damn.
10 damage.
It's arcane.
Another 10
What
damage.
the fuck? He literally just got double matching rolls.
I believe the
That has
saying is
never
getting
happened.
dunked on.
How? I've never seen that happen. I don't think.
I don't think it's never happened to me before.
It's gonna stack them. At this point, there's only one group of them left. Man, they
Finish him off, Kozik!
Well, that's on his turn. Their turn. They come a charging in.
Oh.
And they're coming after Maj because Maj sent the boys after him. And that's their query. Not that they couldn't actually see anybody else from where they were.
Ooh, do they get an attack? Does Zed get an attack of opportunity since they passed right by him?
Nope, because they have not left his threat. If they moved over one
gotcha.
more, yes.
Yeah, I'm still in range.
So they are going to go crawl all over Maj and try and scratch and bite. And they fail horribly.
Nice.
You'd probably see, you know, they try and do that and your boys just jump in the way and they just like shove them off and like push them away, and like anytime it looks like some of them might like land a bite on you, like one of the boys just like sticks a like one of their like clubs in their mouth and like shoves them off.
Yeah, I didn't consent.
Kozik.
Let's see. I feel like this always happens to me, where then I'm like, well, I'd like to move away, and it's like attack of opportunity. I'd like to shoot something. You're too close. Disadvantage. Like, okay.
Use your hammer. Use it.
I fucking can't do it.
We're in opposite. I'm a melee character,
happens
so I'm
every
just
time you try
blasting
to
because
use
I
that
can't get
hammer.
in.
I don't remember what we did before, but
Maybe you
I'm
can
I'm
just
just
roll a d20 and add whatever the mod would be.
I'm just
Roll.
gonna
Right hammer. Attack.
I'm gonna do a couple Eldritch Blasts.
Let's see if I can edit it. Hit
Let's see.
bludgeoning, light thrown.
You know, it says that it's
Melee.
not equipped. Can you hit the equipped button and
I
see if that does
already
anything?
Yeah, I did that
Oh.
already. I was futzing with it, but
Pick.
okay, disadvantage. Boom.
Yeah.
See, you're over here like,
What?
man, I have disadvantage in melee, casting
how-
How the
spells.
fuck did you
My
get a
luck
20?
Never
sucks.
optimal.
And then
You
you
just
roll
got
two
2 19s
19s.
as well.
Here we go.
Rock
Okay,
and roll.
so damage,
What is going
1
on?
damage.
7.
A little pulse blast goes out. Hopefully, it doesn't take Marge's head off or anything.
Nope, it does not.
The other one flies up into the ceiling and dissipates harmlessly.
Oh yeah, with the 9, yeah. But it's enough.
Hey, you did it, Kozik!
I kind of look
0.
over. I look over and I kind of give him a sheepish grin.
Let me make sure to at least
Chad
have
gives
the
a thumbs up
dead.
with his long black fingernail.
combat. And combat effectively is over from that tiny little easy to kill swarm.
Hey, yay, yay! Screw those rats! You know, they did take a heck of a chunk out of me earlier, though. The little bastards.
You know, I was half suspicious these statues are gonna come to life and get us. Isn't that crazy?
You know, I had
Never
a bit of the
happened.
same idea as well.
That is a great possibility.
Well, it's a good thing you guys are hanging out in the room.
Oh, can we take a little rest, you guys? I got the
Really?
little beat up from those rats. I know it doesn't look like it, but he kind of pulls aside his cloak and shows
Oh,
like
no.
a horrible gouge in the side that's bleeding, like a strange purplish ichor.
Oh, that bed's pretty comfortable if you need to take a nap.
Rain! Rain!
Yeah. It did
Yeah.
me
How's he
a
telling
world
you
of
about
good.
touching things?
You told that to Kozik.
There's a lot of rules for a lot of people, I guess, in our party.
You guys can putz around in here if you want. I'll just go take a little nap in the corner.
One's roaming because that one's locked in. One's locked in
Let's
there.
see.
All right. So you guys are going to take a 1 hour rest?
Unless anybody objects, of course.
Are you guys
No,
like
this-
low on hit points? What's going on?
This seems
I
like a
think Cha
safe
was the only
place to
person that
do
got
that.
hit.
Yeah,
Cha
Cha
the
got beat up.
lowest
Plus
amount of health.
he's like low on key points and stuff. He could be at his best with a little rest.
I have no more real magic spells left that I can cast until a short rest either.
Ah,
I feel like we might as well. Could be a good spot to end.
oh, you guys can still investigate and stuff. Cha will just take.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
take a
if they're
rest.
doing a light rest, could we just investigate the rooms we've already been through? Like this one, the hallway, the laboratory. Just kind of poke around
Mm-hmm.
while he's getting some R&R.
Mm-hmm. And spiritual weapon goes away. So where
Good
you
job,
going?
everybody. That was awesome. Get the power nap.
Cha, hold your hand up.
Okie dokie. Cha holds his hand up.
You're gonna feel like a high five, but not really see one. And it's Zed's mage hand, just like
Hey, that was a good one. You should add that to
Like-
our big performance.
I've been waiting on pulling that one out. Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah. You know
I could
what?
do like
I'll
a little
add
bit
my
of a little
tail.
bit of like a no hand sort of thing. Like look, no hands, and then before doing it.
Yeah.
All right.
I can throw my
That's gonna be
tail in
step.
there.
It's gonna be steps 23. That'll be.
Yes. We are up to 23 now. It's true.
So I need to know who's checking what.
I think Zed's gonna look around in this room. Maybe investigate the statues and stuff like that. Maybe a
That
little bit
door's
of like
open.
look,
Nobody went
don't
over there yet.
touch on the chest.
All right. So you can
Oh.
give me an investigation. You're looking specifically at the chest.
Sure.
And I'm also gonna say before you get to the point where you can roll those hit dice.
Oh,
This is what
yes.
I need to know who's checking what. So I'll just go
Sorry.
down the list real quick. So Zed's checking this room, right?
Hmm?
All right. Is anybody checking any other rooms? Because I think
I would
Randall's
like
gonna check.
to investigate the room with the fun wall and that little contraption in the middle.
All right. So move yourself to there.
After we've been told like umpteen times not to split up.
Hey,
Well, it's
it's
okay. We already
progress.
got rid of all the rats, so.
Yeah, totally.
Gotta have a little chaos in a party.
All right, and some
I also feel like we're
investigation.
pretty strong, and this just covers more ground, right? I don't feel like we gotta tiptoe to every room individually, right? We could open like 2 or 3 doors at once and be like, "Hey, what's in here?" And if we ever get into trouble, just call out.
I like how you OOC in character.
Okay. So we got Rain in that room, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else in this other
little
one.
do you all know, Youth is literally a peppermint pixie.
I've got a tiny computer and everything. I found a dream house for like $40. Very cheap real estate.
Dream.
All right.
Good call.
A very important question or thing for Rain to do. So give me your investigation and a
Ooh.
perception.
Perception. All right, I'm doing
Oh wait, Koza can use his hammer now?
What? What? You can use it out of
27
combat.
on my investigation.
Jeez.
That's the thing that I have most of. My
Can I take a
expertise is
little
in
bit of that
investigation.
and add it to my 5? Is that a thing?
And then 11 perception.
All right.
It should be a
So
thing.
with your investigation, you know that you saw the scorch marks on the walls. You saw the scorch marks on the ground. And you know, you take a closer look at the scorch marks themselves. And you start to realize it's almost like there's like silhouettes. You know, like almost like a nuke went off, right? And there's like the silhouette of like a shadow like burned into the wall kind of thing. It's just there's so many scorch marks here. It was, you know, without thoroughly looking at it, it's easy to miss. Like there were several people or, you know, somewhat humanoid shapes in here, and whatever happened, it must have happened a lot, several times, because the fact that, you know, the scorch marks are overlapped in that to that density would probably indicate a lot of people probably died in here or experimented on.
People or dragons?
I mean, a dragon probably wouldn't fit in here.
That's what I was
Humanoid
thinking.
shape.
I think they just planted that idea in my head. Because this looks like a torture rack for like humanoids, right?
Well, I mean, whatever's
Giants.
left of it. I mean, everything in here is pretty scorchy and destroyed. But then again, anything that's not like peppermint shaped or anything like that, it's probably a torture device.
Yeah. Well, we have torture devices too that have little candy cane stripes on them. They're really cute, but painful.
And with
It's like
that
waterboarding, but
perception,
with maple syrup.
Okay, yep, nothing happens with perception. Nope, nothing at all.
What are the silhouettes of?
Well, just humanoid shapes. Like people were in here and like a nuke kind of went off in the room, but just a lot of it happened.
Did I determine the type? Like fire went off?
Give me an arcana.
Does it seem like it originated from a point, like maybe from these little bowls?
Maybe with an arcana. Because like I said, these
Maybe.
explosions are everywhere.
It's a natural one.
Ooh.
Oh, they totally emanated from that bowl over there. And that torch over there probably like that torch right there on the wall probably like got real hot and just scorched everybody in the room.
Forget to touch all the sconces.
Are those rats?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Oh, oh no.
Imagine that.
Classic.
I had an 11 perception, so I don't think I heard them. I was just gonna come over here and try to pry this torch off the wall.
Do they notice him?
Can you be humming like a special pixie
Do a
tune to
GM
yourself while
roll.
you're doing it? While the rats are creeping up behind you.
And I'm gonna give them a perception. Did they see him? Oh wow. So funny
Doing like a
enough,
little- Mhm.
they
they don't actually notice you. Maybe because you're so small.
We'll just not notice each other.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Well, I mean, you see them. It's just they haven't acknowledged your existence yet.
Can I stealth into that hallway? I want to Scooby Doo it. I just want to peek my head around the corner.
Give me a stealth check. Because I already rolled their perception, so I already know how this might go. Oh yeah, they don't
15.
notice you, especially since you're flying.
Oh, this is great.
All
You
right,
can
I'll
move
just
into
put
that
my-
hallway and everything as much as you want.
Wait, was this door always open?
No, that door has been completely not destroyed, but there's like it
Mhm.
looks like they scratched holes into it and flooded out.
Ooh.
However,
How confident am I that I could take these rats?
here's something else you noticed that, when you're in here last. Dang it.
Yeah, that
Oh,
door
dang
was
it.
open. Like it was closed before, but it's open now, right?
Yes.
And there's like braziers lit in there.
Yes.
Oh.
See, part of me is like, I didn't get to hit a single NPC, so I kind of want to fight these rats. I don't think they're that tough. But we're trying to rest, and I think it would be unfair if they're like, hey, let's sleep, and then I just bring a whole bunch of rats into the room with me.
I mean, you could always try to take them.
Yeah,
I'll
Chalk
do
can
the more.
always take a rest later.
I can do the patient thing and just ease back.
They only got a 7 on their perception, so they didn't notice them. I mean, I would say if you attack them.
Wait, I get a surprise attack if I attack, right?
Yep, you'd get a surprise round and everything because they didn't even notice you.
Also, they could still rest. Like if you ran back with a bunch of rats, they could still be resting, and the rest of us could still just destroy the rats.
Cha is a
Okay,
heavy
I'm
sleeper.
convinced. All right, we're gonna blade song. I have 2 more uses of this.
Let's go.
Yes. Are you all alone in there too?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
So this is where I get that little like my hair turns blue and everything, and I get extra movement speed, extra AC, and I'm just really fucking fast now, like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I just want to fly in there, and I want to do it like Liu Kang style when he's doing that flying fucking serpent kick. You know what I mean? I just want to kick the hell out of these rats. Now they're on my size, I imagine, right? So this is like a full-on. There's 50 people who are around a foot tall.
One-man
So if you zoom
army.
the camera in, these are ROUSs for me. All right, and I'm just gonna like kung fu them down, dude.
One-man army.
So
All
I
right.
believe there's this is my for my attack action. Oh, do I get advantage since it's a surprise?
Yes,
Ciao. Fa.
that's
11.
enough.
You still hit him.
Woo! I knew it. That's 9 points of damage.
Is this
And I just imagine
magical
this
or
being
just
oh, what level am I? I think it's non-magical. Yeah. But I get sneak attack
blade something on your wearing medium armor?
for the surprise if I can find my
Use
sneak
an
attack
action.
die. 2. There we go. Yay. All right, and then I also get to do another and like I said, these are non-magical. These are just physical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Unarmed strike for martial arts bonus action,
So he did
which is 18
9.
for 7 damage. So that's 7, 9, 18 damage total. And then we roll for initiative. And I don't know how many rats there are. Usually I do like 1 or 2 per hit point. So this is me just
Sneak
going
attack
in and
minus
just like
2.
kicking things and doing the bicycle kicks and doing like little spinning crane kicks and stuff. And I'm doing like quadruple
And
like
then
backflips because
7.
I have the ability to fly. So these aren't actually acrobatics. This is just me pretending that I'm super acrobatic, right? But I'm actually just flying in air and doing like 12 spins. Do you know what I mean? I'm just in my element. I got the blue hair going on. I'm looking super cute.
All right.
I'm like, come on, you dirty rats, let's go.
So now give me that. I'm not gonna put like an initiative in, but just give me a roll. I'll just have them roll, and we'll just see who gets to go. Because it's just gonna be you and them, so it's like flip a coin kind of thing.
Oh, you may
So-
just do
Yeah.
roll
just a-
1d20 plus 3.
yeah. 13. And
I can't
their
click initiative because we're not in combat, so that's why I
Correct.
was like, all right, 13.
Theirs is.
As long as it's 1 pack, I think I'm fine.
Why can I not find their initiative? Dang it. Hold on. Okay, I'm just gonna roll this.
Ooh.
All right, so they just get to go
And
first.
again, I do have the lowest HP in the party. I'm a wizard. I get 1d6 health every time I level up.
Oh, and you're all alone.
However, you are in a very unique situation
Mm-hmm.
in that in order for them to
Flying,
bite
huh?
you, they have to end in your square. You are flying.
Oh.
So I'm going to give them an attempt to get to you.
They can hop on each other's shoulders to build a tower.
Yeah, it's like World
Okay,
War Z.
Like
okay. So they're going to try that. Let's see if they can. Because basically
Oh.
they're just like, there's a swarm of them, but some of them can still like try and jump up there. So I was just like figuring out, would they like try to jump at you? I think on the 18, they see their query now. So that's gonna be
Get the
acrobatics,
music going on for me.
and they are so bad at it that you know what, your next attack is also gonna get advantage because the swarm, like
What?
some of them try to jump on top of you, and they
Sweet.
fall on top of each other, and like as they do so, like some of them get mad at each other and start biting at each other.
Excellent.
Like, yeah. Like, you know, when you have like a couple of dogs and like one of them just like nibbles at the other one's tail and then they both just get completely distracted from whatever they're doing. That's kind of what's happening.
Mhm. Nice.
Especially on a natty one. So,
All right. Is it my turn?
yep.
All right.
Couldn't successfully bite at him. Yeah, I'd say a
25, and I'm
25
also
hit.
going to do it as my bonus action, so I just roll them both at the same time at a 19.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down.
All right, so that's 10 damage. Not the best, but you know, I'm trying. I'm just fighting a whole leaning tower of rats right now and just kicking them off, splattering them against walls and stuff, and it's like me versus 100 opponents right now in my mind, right? For everybody else, it was like, let's swat these rats away, right? But to me, it's like I'm doing like uppercuts to their jaw and shit, right? And it's like maybe even a couple of them put up their own dukes instead of just biting, and like I'm doing the kind of like the dodge and bob and weave kind of stuff. And I just got this huge smile on my face, like this is exhilarating. This is what pixies were made for. All right, fighting undead rats.
All
And that's my
right.
turn. Yeah.
So, seeing as how they were unsuccessful, I'll just give them an attack roll, but with disadvantage as they try and jump on you some more. So they're just gonna try and bite. Bite. To roll at disadvantage.
Miss.
All right. Well, they are unsuccessful. Back to you.
23, and that's a normal, no advantage. And a crit.
Okay.
So one normal damage, and then one crit damage, and then one sneak attack damage. And that's 23 damage.
Oh yeah, that's. I don't even have to recalculate that. They are very much dead. You know what? I'm even gonna toggle this so I can do this. There we go. Scrap that combat.
And I just want to be like moon dancing through the corpses, right? And just feeling really good and proud of myself right now. I still got that YouTube video that I linked in Discord going on in my head, so
Okay, let me move that out of your way. I'll just stack it on the other corpse pile. Let's see what you see. Oh yeah, you definitely see things.
what is that down there?
So you know that small swarm of rats you just dealt with?
Yeah.
Imagine a much, 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 much larger version.
Oh no.
Hey, see, the issue is I've still got my power up right now, and it doesn't last very long. And I've also got that Dragon Ball Z music video playing in my ear right now. And it's like, I didn't even get hit by those things, right?
Let's see.
So,
On the scale comparison, let's see one. Well, I mean, you could see the token, so or you should be able to with your sight.
yeah, I can see it.
Okay, yeah.
You know what? I think the smart thing to do at this point is to just go back and tell everybody there's some much larger undead things. And then they'll be so proud of me for taking care of the rats by myself. And they'll be like, wow, Rain, you're so cool and amazing. I'm going to firebolt.
But you also see that they are
Mm-hmm.
like these things are scratching at this door up here. Like
Why are
they're
they
trying
scratching
to
at that door?
they're trying to get something
Oh.
or
Smokes.
someone.
The smokes.
Yeah.
So you're firebolting them?
Yes, please.
Are you sure this is the action you want to take?
Yeah.
Wow.
I want whoever they're trying to get to, I want them to chase me instead. I'm pretty
Alrighty.
far away, and I get 80 movement speed, I think, with
Noble
a
prince.
dash.
Yep, I mean you'd hit them with the because they didn't notice you.
Oh wait, if then that means I could do it again with the roll for advantage.
Yeah, I mean you already hit him.
Fish for a crit. Well, I
Yeah.
might crit. Wait, I don't think spells crit.
They
Still.
can. If the spell has an attack roll, it can crit.
All right, 13 fire damage.
Let me check. Their resistance is okay.
Does this count as surprise round 2?
Yeah, that was.
Okay. Well, that includes a movement. That's why I was asking. So I wanna just do like a big like put my thumb on my nose and wiggle all my fingers and just meh, kind of like be annoying. And then do I feel like I have their attention?
Oh yes, you hit a few of them,
All right. Then I
and
would
that
like to run away.
commotion. You'd also hear some. So you remember that door that Cha was talking about up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the door's closed, but you hear scratching at it now. But you also notice that this swarm is starting to hit towards you. So you just
All
beeline
right, so
all the way
15,
back.
16, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
There.
Hold on.
There.
Yeah.
Because they can squeeze.
So this would
so
get
I
me
can
here on the surprise turn, and then I get 80 feet. So that'd be 20.
Yeah, you can
50,
you can outrun them.
60, 70, 80. Yeah, I can get all the way to. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just making because I do got really, really fast movement right now.
Unless you want to get
should be
just
able to
in
do
line of
80
sight
in a
to see
dash.
them. But yeah, you can get there.
Nah, I just want to run. I'm just gonna like peel around the corner, right? And just very excitedly talking to 20 miles an hour. I don't know, and just be like, I don't know how fast it is for
Do you close
speaking.
the door
Whatever.
behind you?
Just,
Oh, you're not in there.
No, I do not. I just fly right through them without closing the thing. And I go, forget. There's a bunch of rats. And then I just start kicking the air, and I took care of business, just like Cha would. And there's like a bunch of rat bones, and you've been so proud because I killed like 50 of them by myself. And then there was a giant tower of rats, and I took care of those rats. And then there's a bunch of giants, skeletal giants that are trying to get through a door, and they're trying to eat through the door because they're trying to get people on the other side, maybe, because it's got to be people, because who else would they be trying to scratch for and get? And then I threw a fireball at them so I could save the people who were trapped in that room. And then all of a sudden I heard some more scratching coming from the corridors like north of me, and so I flew here as fast as I could.
Did Cha happen to get his short rest in the midst of all that?
Nope.
Yeah.
Because all of that happened in only a few minutes. If that. Because when you
Rain.
started resting, you went that way, and you went to there, investigated a little bit. So I'd probably say like maybe 20 or 30 minutes.
So they'll be here in like, I don't know, a minute.
So you stand in the hallway?
No, I'm definitely gonna fly in to, let them prepare for what's to come, right?
Rain, did you
Rain.
go and touch a bunch of things?
Well, I touched all sorts of things, and I was figuring out things, and then I saw
Let's
those
see. Give him a
rats, and I was
plus-
like,
let's give him a
these
survival.
rats don't scare me. And then I killed those rats real easy. Didn't even, you'd have been proud of me. I was ducking and
Survival,
rolling around, and I was doing
tracking.
flips off the walls.
That's
They didn't hit me not
negative.
once. But these big giants are coming, and there's like
13,
100
okay.
giants coming to kill us now.
Oh, I would be prouder if I had got a rest, but you know what? Such is life. Here we go.
So, leaving the door open? The important question is, are you leaving the door open or are you closing it?
I close nothing.
Well, I mean, other people,
We
because
can't. We didn't tell. He didn't tell us if he closed any doors or not.
well, you can clearly see if that door's closed or not. That's the thing.
Well, this one.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, there was this door, this door,
Yep.
this door
Mm-hmm.
that he didn't close.
You think
Mhm.
there's other people down here with us?
Yeah, that's what we're here for, Rain.
No, we're here
That's
for
why we're here.
smokes.
We didn't tell him what the word smokes meant. So,
Shaw just
like,
grabs his head and shakes it.
when you said like a big skeleton pile, Rain, what do you mean?
2,
Like, how big
3.
are we talking? Are you talking us size or like two of us size?
It's kind of hard to tell from a difference, but just imagine if there were 20 of you, but you were just all made of skeleton.
So it's really fucking big, is what you're telling us.
Yeah. And then I don't even know what the other thing was because I just heard it and I was like, nope. And then, I flew here to safety because I thought that's what my friends would want me to do.
Well, we would have appreciated you not fucking with it.
Well, what if they tore down that door and then they ate those? There should be kids on the other side. I don't know who's over there.
Very sweet of you. I hope that we'll be able to fight them off. I guess we'll see, won't we?
Yep. We will
Did
have
it
to
seem
find
like
out
more or
next
less
time.
than the amount that we fought before, Rain?
It's just the same amount as the rats you did before, just 10 times more bigger.
That's
Oh,
not the same
okay.
amount then, Rain. I don't know. Did
Well,
you
number
not learn?
wise.
Did you not learn Fey math in school?
We do Fey math.
They can
Okay.
squeeze.
What's 2 plus 2?
Do you want that in Fey or do you want that in common?
Like, linguistically common, but like if there's a special way to do Fey math, like let me know now.
Oh, Kane. 4 letters.
Okay.
Shaw pulls out his crossbow and readies it at the door while yawning. Okay, here we go, everybody.
I guess the question is, how long do you guys wait?
How long do we wait?
Mm-hmm.
Zed's gonna move into the hallway. This door's still open, right?
Looks. I think Marge closed it.
Well, I guess we should take it out, whatever it is. If it was going after the smokes, we're gonna have to fight it anyway.
You
Good
see
as
him?
place of it as any.
If it's going after the smokes, then we might want to try and intervene. That's
All
the whole reason
right.
we're here.
Was it
That's
still
fair.
chasing you when you came this way?
I didn't look behind me. It was chasing me when I went to that room with all the explosions and the silhouettes on the ceiling.
Well,
If
maybe we should go get it.
If it's just rats, we're gonna smash them like we did all the rest of them. So
No, skeletons, big people.
They were skeletal rats.
Yeah, he said that they were a lot bigger this time. Be careful, everybody.
Oh, like if a rat was, I don't know, like 100 centimeters tall almost. Is that big?
Just centimeters.
Is there anything up the hallway
I mean, you see what
from
you
where
see.
they came?
Oh, well, in that case.
Guess we should go get it. Seems like Rain
Right.
found the smokes.
holy fuck, you're not wrong.
And that's where we wrap up session. Is Zed, you see this huge pile of very large, almost like dogs, almost dog-sized rats, but like
Oh.
terrier size, just a little
Oh,
under
no.
terriers. And there's just a swarm of them. They're all skeletal. And that's where we're gonna wrap up session.
Nice.
memorable lines. Holy fuck.
That's pretty good.
Zed was so confident, and I don't know. That's probably all gone now.
It's just some fucking rats. That ain't a rat.
Let's see if I can.
right.
I can't. Well, I guess I can kind of
Yeah,
show
we'll
you the
write down
token.
that quote. Holy fuck! Zed. I'll
Let's see. Sheet.
start putting context so that we can remember these things and why
I was
they were
gonna say
said.
that's probably something that Zed says more often
Interesting.
as a
I tracked that.
reaction.
Nice.
Sure. With
Oh,
great
I hate the
hubris.
GIF you just posted. I didn't need that at all.
ROUSs. That's what I was saying earlier. Rodents of unusual size.
I heard you. Yeah.
And
Hey,
also
that's
same
how
with
big
have
that.
all those
the,
rats were to me. All right, and I fought. How many was it?
True.
112.
spot that
Somebody gets
horrifying
bigger.
tool gif that I threw in there, and we can add that to the ROUSs.
Yeah.
Good times.
Wesley,
Have a good one, y'all.
All right, thanks for
Hey,
coming,
that's my son's
Cass.
middle name.
nighty night. All right, everybody, good stuff. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, that was fun. Y'all take care.
Okay, yeah, right on.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. And I gotta wrap up the stream real quick. All right, y'alls. Thanks for being here. That was a lot of fun. I had a bunch of cool stuff planned, and you know, they eventually got to some of them. Even though, as you could see, they kind of, there's a lot of dungeons still to go. Kind of the more important ones are there. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad my internet didn't go kaputskis. I think I may have solved my problem. And appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate you watching, poking your heads in. And next week, we will not have our usual game. Next week is Spooky Halloween session. It's a one-shot, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I just got to finish up a couple of things to get it ready. So with that, I hope you guys have a good evening. And for y'all's on the Ubes Tubes, every Tuesday, about 7:30 to 10:30. Sometimes a little later, but you know. Anywho, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And remember, keep your head up, keep the adventure going.